Okay, so last time we had one demo class which was in Hindi language. So there were people who were facing problem in understanding the Hindi. That's why today's demo class will be same, but it will be in English language. Okay. So first of all, in this particular class, we will learn few concepts about astrology, like how it is working in our life, why planetary system impact our life. Okay, the karma theory, how the karmas impact our life and destiny versus free will. All these things we are going to cover today. No, it's not in Hindi. Okay, the last class was in Hindi. This is in English. Okay, Sonia. So, and the regular classes will be in both the languages. Okay, the regular classes will be in both the languages. So, in this particular demo class, first of all, we will learn some interesting concept about astrology, ki how it is impacting our life, how we are predestined for some things in our life, ki how an astrologer can read our destiny and all these things. So the basic things, but the Puranic or Vedic explanation of astrology we are going to cover. And also this particular course is based on Vedic astrology. Okay. Then other than that, after the end of class we will I will introduce you like what are the topics we are going to cover in this particular course. Okay, every year I start an astrological batch in the month of January. This year it got delayed. Okay, so now we are starting. The regular classes will start from 7th of March. Okay, after Holi, because 8 days before Holi are not considered to be auspicious. That's why I'm holding this batch. After Holi, the next weekend we will have the first class. Okay, the regular classes will start from 7th March, and every day the classes will be on Saturday, Sunday only. So let's start today's webinar on astrology or the introduction of astrology. So let me share you one picture. Just 1 minute. Okay, we are going to understand the whole universe right now. Okay, the whole universe, because uh just 1 minute. Because if you want to know the answers, ki why the astrology, how the planets are impacting you, first of all, you need to learn what is this planetary system. Okay, so from the core, we will try to understand the karma theory. Okay, so can you see this diagram? Hmm? Is it visible? Okay. Hmm. So this is a diagram of Vedic cosmology. Okay, Vedic cosmology. That there is the solar system you have learned in your school, okay, in the science book. But there is a description of the whole universe given in our Vedas, okay, in Ved, Puran, Upanishad, and in that the diagram of the universe is very different and more detailed. Okay, so here in with this particular diagram, let's try to understand what is the description, okay, in the Vedas. And it's very interesting, okay? It's like a lifelong learning. It's very interesting if you want to understand how the universe, description of universe in the Vedas, it is very beneficial throughout the life, okay? So in this particular diagram, let's try to understand certain things. This is a universe, okay? This is a bubble, and this is our universe. There are multi universes. You can see more bubbles here. Okay, so this is one of the universe, and there are multi universes. Now science is also coming to that point that there can be multiple universes. Okay, so we are talking about our universe. First of all, how these multi universes are coming into existence. The multi-universes are coming into existence from the body of Mahavishnu. Okay, Mahavishnu, here this picture is half. There is a Vishnu who is sleeping here, okay, in this particular water. Of this water is called as Karno Dakshai ocean. Okay, Karno Dakshai ocean. There is a Mahavishnu sleeping into the Karno Dakshai ocean, and from the body of that Mahavishnu, the universes are coming into existence. Okay, whenever he breath out, many universes come into existence. Whenever he breath in, many universes collapse at that time. Okay, so our universe, there is a duration, how long the universe will exist. Okay, so in this particular, this is a bubble, like this universe will come into existence whenever the Mahavishnu will take breath out. Okay, so universes are coming into existence. So this is one of the universe, and this is Karno Dakshai ocean. Karno Dakshai means the Karan means Karan. Okay, Karan, reason why we are coming into existence. So when you go into deep meditative state, okay, all the Rishi Muni, they are doing deep meditation, and they are trying to understand their own origin, why I exist. So when they reach to that state of Karno Dakshai ocean, to that Mahavishnu state, then they realize their own reason. Okay, so for that they need to go beyond this universe. Okay, the whole universe which is outside you, इस whole universe is inside you as well. Okay, जैसा ब्रह्मांड है वैसा आपका अंदर का ब्रह्मांड है. Okay, so the whole universe is there inside you and it is also outside. So when you go deep into inside, you can realize all these universes, how you exist, how Mahavishnu exists, and you can be in connection with the supreme soul. Okay, so when you reach to that state of the last state of consciousness is karan, reason why you are born. Okay, so if someone will ask you why you are born, there are two reasons. Generally with Vedant philosophy as well, there are two reasons. That you want yourself to be created, that's why you exist. It's your own desire to be created, that's why you exist. So there is a spiritual universe as well. This is material universe. Okay, and beyond that is a ocean, and we have to cross this ocean, and then we can reach to the spiritual lokas. Okay, so there are spiritual lokas in our Puran. If there are many states, they have mentioned कि if you are a Shiv upasak, you will reach to Shiv loka. If you are a Devi upasak, there is a dweep for Devi upasak. Okay, so for every, like for Ram Bhagwan it's Saket, for Krishna it's Golok. So that particular form of, that ultimate form of Devi Devta or Bhagvat Tattva resides into that dimension, and you become like that when you reach to that state. Okay, so in Vishnu Bhagwan resides in Vaikunt. Okay, so there is a dham of Vishnu Upasak as well. That's a spiritual dham. When any particular soul get attached to desires or self motive, ego, ahankar, then that particular soul, they send it to the material universe. Because in material universe, you can get the feeling of becoming a superior being, okay, of self identity, of satisfying your ego. You can feel like I am the god, I am the creator. So every consciousness is there into the material universe as well. Okay, so in material universe, negative consciousness, positive consciousness, everything is there. Okay, so there is a spiritual loka when the soul, like maybe shunya. There are two things. Okay, there is one is nirakara brahma and there is sakara brahma. Sakara is form, where there is a form of the. Just 1 minute. एक second, let me mute. Tusharji, please mute. हाँ. So there is a Sakar Brahma and there is a Nirakar Brahma. Sakar is form. Okay, so there are, it all depends on your consciousness ki you are worshipping the Sakar Brahma or Nirakar. Okay, so all the Nirakar Brahma people, they either merge with Mahavishnu form or Shiva Tattva, Shunya Tattva. Okay, and there is Sakar Brahma as well. Sakar Brahma means you are a Ram Upasak, so you reach that Sakar form of Lord Sri Ram. Okay, so God have mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna have told in Bhagavad Gita, ki in whichever form you worship me, I will become like that. Okay, I will become your imagination. There is no limitation to the God. He can be whatever you want, in whichever form you want your God to be. He will take that particular form. That's why in our Hindu Sanatan Dharma there are various kinds of form of Devi Devtas and Bhagwan, because in whichever form you are worshipping him, uh, he will come to you in that form. Okay, so there is a Nirakar Brahma, Sakar Brahma. When there is a duality, then it is a Sakar Brahma. Okay, when you and God, there are two different entities. That is duality, and non-duality is when you and God become same. Okay, you become Shunya, you become God itself. That is when you merge into that form. Okay, so both are same only, but it all depends on the consciousness ki what state you want to be into. So when a soul degrades from that, in astrology we will learn like the first nakshatra starts from Ketu's nakshatra. We all came from the Ketu's consciousness. Okay, we all were Shunya, but because of certain reasons, desires of like Rahu, we came from Ketu's nakshatra to the material. All the people who are born with Ketu nakshatra, there are three nakshatra of Ketu, and that shows that, and this people feels very uncomfortable into the material world, and that is also one of the Gandhanta nakshatra. We need to do certain remedies for the children born in Gandhanta nakshatra. So all the three nakshatra of Ketu are the Gandhanta nakshatra, and the last nakshatra is Mercury's nakshatra. So escape is from Mercury, the coming from the Ketu. We come from the Ketu, we escape from the Mercury. The last nakshatra is Mercury nakshatra. Okay, so we've learned this concept in depth, but from the spiritual lokas only we all are coming. So initially all are higher beings only. Okay, initially when the world, the Brahmand is coming into the existence, they have not created, like when you read the Western philosophies, they believe amoeba, this and that created. No, when you read Upanishad and our Puran and our Vedas, they are telling us the first creature was Brahmaji, full intellectual Jnani Purush, the God have created. So your first consciousness is like Purna Gyan was there. But with that knowledge, there are different attachments came with us, and because of that, we are like connected to this due to different karmas or due to different desires. We create pending karmas. Okay, we create karmas for our life, and that's why the soul is transiting into particular consciousness. So that's why we start from Satyug. Last yuga is Kali. Okay, the start is from Satyuga only. That means that we all are spiritual beings initially, but because of this desires and different expectations, we stuck into this material world, and we are the Jeev of Kali Yuga. We are still stuck into this material world, and that's why for Kali Yuga people, the mukti is little easy. Okay, just by Nam Jap, you can get free. Just by Bhakti path, you can get the freedom. Okay, when there was Satyug, you without sadhana, you cannot reach the ultimate. In Kali Yuga, it is more easy. Okay, so um, my screen is visible, right? You can see the picture.
हाँ मैम.
Huh, okay. So the initial state was like Ketu state only. Okay, we all were like that higher conscious beings. So we all came from that spiritual world, and we have realized, like, or you can say the God have forget about himself, and God multiplied himself into many souls, and he forgot himself. And now every part of the God is searching for himself, and then again becoming that universal consciousness. Okay, so start is from spiritual world. From that we come into the material world due to different desires and expectation. Okay, so in this material world, everywhere we can see everything you can experience. You can become God. Okay, like if you become a very powerful king, people will worship you like a god. And there is an option to become Brahmaji. There is an option to become Indra. If you do that level of punya, you can get Indrasan, you can become, that is also a soul. Brahmaji is a soul, Indra is a soul. So every soul have this opportunity to become Brahmaji, to become Indra. But that punya we need. You want to go to higher lokas in the material world only. Okay, this the Swarga log and this higher worlds are not beyond the material world. They also have a longevity. For this many years, the Brahmaji will live. For this many years, the Indra will live. And the longevity of Brahma ji is equivalent to the longevity of the universe in which we exist. Okay, हम जहां पर है, हमारे ब्रह्मा जी का आयु जैसे ही खत्म होगी, this universe will collapse. Okay, so this material bubble, like it's the Karno Dakshay Vishnu, the Vishnu who is sleeping in Karno Dakshay ocean. That is the second layer. After spiritual world, there is a Karno Dakshay ocean. हमारे बोलते ना भव सागर से पार जाना है. If you want to be liberated, you need to go beyond the bhav sagar. What is that bhav sagar? That bhav sagar is Karno Dakshay ocean only. You have to go beyond that. There was a story of Lord Sri Ram where he want to cross the river. तो उनके एक मित्र थे. He was also a king of some particular place. When Lord Sri Ram wants to give him his ring, उन्होंने बोला, no, I do not want any money or ring like that. मैंने आपको नदी पार कराई. Okay, I have helped you to cross the river. You help me to cross this bhav sagar because I know you are the supreme. Okay, so if you cross that Karno Dakshay ocean, you reach to that supreme soul. And in astrology, the last Rashi Pisces, Kevat, yes, Kevat. Last Rashi Pisces and the last nakshatra of the Revati nakshatra of the Pisces, that is Mercury nakshatra, and that represent the tattva of that divine who will help you to cross to that Karno Dakshay ocean. So we'll learn the stories of all the nakshatra as well. So in that nakshatra stories, the last nakshatra Revati, for every nakshatra there is a devata. That story of the devata represent the nature of the nakshatra, ki how a planet behaves in a particular nakshatra. So last nakshatra Revati, the devata is Pushan devata, and that Pushan is like Krishna only. Okay, Pushan is like a cowherd boy who will help, just like the cowherd boy help us. Chavi, please mute. Chavi ji, please mute. Just 1 minute. Okay. आप लोग प्लीज अपने माइक का थोड़ा ध्यान रखिए. ओके, सो द लास्ट नक्षत्र that is connected to Pushan Devata, and that Devata help us to bring us back to the spiritual universe. Okay, that's why the last nakshatras are ruled by Mercury, and the last avatar in this avatar is Buddha avatar. Buddha avatar we connect with Mercury. So from the Gyan, from the Buddhi. Again there is a disturbance. Please mute or else मैं आपको क्लास से निकाल दूंगी जो भी अपने माइक का ध्यान नहीं रख रहे. ओके, तुषार जी प्लीज थोड़ा ध्यान रखें. ओके, सो the last nakshatra is Mercury nakshatra. The first nakshatra is Ketu nakshatra. So we come from that spiritual world and we become complete realized. जब आप ध्यान, when you go into that state of Buddha avatar, okay, that is your consciousness where you realize everything from your mind, from your higher consciousness. You understand about the whole universe. Okay, and that is the last nakshatra, Mercury nakshatra, from which you exist in the world. I need to remove Tushar ji from the call. Huh. So that is the energy of like how we exist, how we come into this material world. This is how we need to understand. So in this particular picture, you can see there is a bubble. That is our material universe. Okay, there is a spiritual universe and there is a material universe. So from spiritual universe, we come from the Mahavishnu. And when that Mahavishnu is in Nirakar, if you are a Shiva worshipper, then how you can explain this diagram? Ki if Shiva Tattva is Shunya Tattva, when Shiva Tattva takes the form, it comes into the Mahavishnu form. So there is no difference between Vishnu and the Shiva and the Shiva. Okay, there is no difference. Astha ji, you cannot see the picture. I am presenting it on the screen.
Hey, ma'am.
Hai na? Okay. So there is a Nirakar. When you come from that spiritual world, either that Nirakar form, if you worship the Shiva Tattva, that is the Shunya, okay, the matter. And when there is a vibration into it, when it takes a form, it comes into the form of Mahavishnu. Okay, so this Mahavishnu and Shiva Tattva, they both are same only. One is Nirakar and one is Sakar. Okay, and from that, the material universe is coming into existence. Because of there are two reasons we are born into this material world. These two reasons are: first is the desire, and one is the karma. From the desires, the action we create. These are the two reasons why we come into this material world. One is action. Whatever action we have created, there will be a reaction. In the material world, every action have a reaction, a result connected to it. And second is the desire is coming. So even the prakriti of the divine, the supreme soul is same. A supreme soul can think, can feel, okay, and can like thinking, feeling, and that is third tattva. Just 1 minute, let me check. आज मैंने notes open नहीं रखे हैं. Willing. Okay, there are three element of the soul, nature of the soul, of supreme soul as well, and our soul as well. That is thinking, feeling, and willing. Okay, so supreme soul can think, we can think. Okay, we can will. Will means desire. We can create desire. Okay, or we can feel. We can have emotions. So first emotion is this. First thing is this: ki, that this three nature are core of the soul, and that's why soul desire to create. Either the soul can desire to be liberated, to do not come into the material world, or soul can desire to experience this material world. Okay, so these three things are in your, there are three layers of your body as well. Okay, the first layer is Karan body, the reason, the core of your existence. Okay, when you go deep into your meditative state, you reach to that Karan, reason, the Karan body, Karan Sharir, and that is like reaching to Shiva Tattva or reaching to Mahavishnu. Okay, these are two things. When you reach to your reason, ki why you are born, you reach to Mahavishnu or Shiva Tattva. All the Sant Mahatma meditating in the Himalayas, they are trying to reach to that Karan Sharir so that they understand the reason, Karan, the first reason why you came into this world. Okay, so we come from that Ketu nakshatra. So we were a spiritual being, and because of certain desires, we came into it. So second nakshatra is of Shukra. Venus rules. The second nakshatra in the sky is Venus. And Venus is that Karan, desire. Venus is the planet of desire, okay? And mainly the attachments we have this ki bhog, our mind going into certain kind of bhog, that is Shukracharya. So after Ketu nakshatra, the second nakshatra is of the Venus. Okay, so in nakshatra we will learn this sequence ki how the planets are transiting in that way. But here, feeling, willing, and thinking, after that the soul create ego, ahankar, that I exist. When your identity separates from the divine, then you will get that ego, ahankar. May every soul have ahankar. If a soul becomes egoless, it will be liberated. You feel that you exist, that is also a ego, that is also a ahankar. That's why we are into this material world. Then after that ego, the second is mana. You feel. From the feeling only, the man will come into existence. Your man is, in English we call it as mind. You think, you feel, you come into the reaction of the material universe. Okay, and that after that man, there is a buddhi. From the thinking, the buddhi will come into existence. You can process, this is right, this is wrong. The emotion coming into the man, are they right or wrong? So this three basic element will come into existence, which is man, buddhi, ahankar. And that is stored in sukshma sharir, the second layer. Karan sharir can feel, but still the ego was not there. When you reach to the Karan Sharir, you become egoless. Okay. So second layer, where after that Karan Sharir, a soul will get a Sukshma Sharir, a emotion body. Okay, a body which is like energy body, you can call it as energy body. It is also the body where the emotions, where bhav are living. Okay, emotions jahan rehte hain. So we come to that emotional body, or that sukshma body will come around the soul. So there are lokas. In this picture, you can see there are higher lokas and there are lower lokas. There are 14 lok hote hain in a particular in our universe. Maybe in other universes the diagram is different. Okay, because we have Chaturmukhi Brahma. There are more Brahmaji, Hazar Mukhi Brahma. So that shows the length of a universe, how big a universe is. And there's stories of like in every universe, Lord Sri Ram will take birth, Krishna will take birth, and all the Devi Devtas will take form and to give us knowledge so that the humans will be liberated. Okay, ki mukt ho jaye atma. So Devi Devtas take the incarnations to tell us that there is a spiritual world beyond it. Gyan dete, param gyan. Okay, so that particular souls are coming here, but in this particular universe there are 14 lokas, and out of them the 7 higher and 7 lower. So higher lokas are also material. The Brahmalok, Brahmaji is a material creature, he will die one day. Okay, then we have Dev lokas, we have various lokas of higher consciousness. Okay, so according, if those higher beings and even the lower beings, they all are living in the sukshma body. They are not into a physical body. Okay, the physical body is not there. Just say we have a body, we need to eat. Okay, we need to freshen up. Okay, we need to clear our body as well. That need is not there in higher lokas or in lower lokas. Those higher and lower lokas are energy bodies. That's why if Devi Devata are in front of you, you cannot see them. Okay, because they are in sukshma sharir, energy body. When that energy body become more rigid, then that becomes this jad sharir, which is physical body, become a physical body. And this karma, destiny, karma, and all this experience, the kundali, the planetary system, is impacting this physical body. Okay, this physical body is getting impacted by, that's why destiny, like there are planetary system, but that is in a material world only. Okay, Mangal, Shukra, Shani, everything is in this material universe, in this bubble. But the karmas are not impacting them. The karmas are impacting us because we have this physical jad body. So this planetary system all works on this jad body. But there is a very good thing related to the jad body. The mukti, the concept of liberation, concept of understanding your own self is only possible to the soul who have this rigid body, fixed body, or you can say the material body, because you can do tapasya, sadhana, and all the incarnation of the divine comes for the leela for the humans mainly. Okay, human. That's why human birth is so you can say considered to be very auspicious. Even the devatas want to become like humans because they can get liberation directly. It's like escape from the material universe, because the higher lokas and lower lokas, they all are emotional body. They are just experiencing pap and punya. If there are so many punyas and you are into the higher lokas, then you are experiencing all the punya, all the good things. There is no disease, no pain, no suffering, all enjoyment. Okay, in the lower lokas as well, there is pain, suffering, and attachment. And in a, they have more emotional body, so they are just attached to like different asur, rakshasas are higher entities, they live in the higher lokas, but asuras live into the lower lokas, nagas live into the lower lokas. Okay, and in a divine form there are snakes on this particular earth as well, not that nagas, they are superior souls. Okay, so even there in this particular bubble, this is half filled by water and half empty. Okay, and in the half filled water, the Mahavishnu, the Vishnu is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Okay, not Mahavishnu, the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, we also call him Narayan. He is residing there, and Mata Lakshmi is serving her, serving him. Why? Because it is a representation that this whole Brahmand is Vishnu, and without a Lakshmi, in this material universe, there is no survival possible. Lakshmi is serving everyone. If you want to increase your Lakshmi, be like Vishnu. Okay, be like Vishnu means if you become a giver into this universe, you will receive things automatically. from the heart, a person who is very pure, who is a giver, unconditionally giving things. That is the Prakriti of Vishnu. Okay, like if you give some extra money to someone, your money will not reduce. Okay, because Lakshmi wants to feed all her childrens. Okay, so if we are a conjuice kind of person, if we just keep our money to our own self and everywhere we are just bargaining this and that, people cannot become very rich into the world. Who are the richest people? Who have the biggest giving abilities in them. Okay, because they know कि movement of the money is important so that the whole universe will work. So Lakshmi is serving Vishnu. That means Lakshmi is serving this Brahman. Okay, so if you become like a server, if you become like a giver, Lakshmi will come to you so that you will distribute the money so that the homes of every person will be fine. Every person will be able to eat food properly. If you are giving money to someone, what exactly they will do? Very rarely people will just waste the money. Mainly we use the money so that our household work will be fulfilled, household duties will be fulfilled. Okay, so people who have very big heart to give money to other people, they receive money in abundance. That is Vishnu Tattva, becoming like Vishnu. You become Palan Karta, Lakshmi will come to you. Okay, from inside at an emotional level as well, without any fear. Just believe the Lakshmi will come to you, and you are there to provide resources to everyone, and you will see how the Lakshmi will be attracted towards you. Okay, in astrology people give very stupid remedies, like if your Chandrama is in this particular position, you should not donate water. Okay, if your Surya is this particular position, you should not offer water to Surya Narayan. That is all stupid things. Classical texts do not talk in that way. This is Kalyug Shastra. Kalyug के अंदर the astrology became so degraded कि people are giving this kind of remedies कि you should not donate water. If you donate your water, the Chandrama will is going to disturb your life. Donation can never harm a human. This is how the Prakriti is working. कि whatever you give into the Brahmand, you will receive same thing with the same emotion, with the same frequency in an amplified form. This is the code of Brahmand. Okay, कि whatever you are giving, it will come back to you in a more amplified form. So always keep emotions good, always be a person who is sharing happiness to the world, and you will receive the same thing. So if a person is thirsty, or if you are offering water to someone, how Chandrama can be affected? This is not Vedic. This is Kalyug Shastra. Lal Kitab have so many things like that, and nowadays astrologers give remedies of Lal Kitab. It's a book where you can understand by the quotes ki what exactly the placement is telling you. That is not a direct remedy book. Okay, or else if you blindly follow Lal Kitab, the whole Punjab is following it blindly, and got many consultations from Punjabi people, and they are just frustrated by this Lal Kitab Tona Totka कि nothing is working. This astrologer have told me नारियल का ये कर दो, उस कोने में वो रख दो, and nothing is working in our life. Why? Because this is not how the universe is working. Okay. It's not Tona Totka completely, Astha ji. I'm telling you, there is a deep meaning of that book. Do not apply it directly like a Tona Totka or remedies. Okay, there are many negative things to that as well. Ki if you start giving remedies of Lal Kitab, they are also telling us ki for this person they should drink alcohol. Shastra can never mention this ki you should drink alcohol. There is no remedy like that in Shastra. But Lal Kitab is mentioning them. It's not actually giving remedy. It's a code. Ki a person who have this placement will usually incline towards drinking. So we need to decode it. It's not directly following that book, or it becomes like a very negative book for Kalyug people, because it's giving remedies like eat non-veg, eat drink. They are explaining this combination person will be like that. Okay, but people have started giving remedies from those predictions of the Lal Kitab. So that is Kalyug book actually. It's not a Vedic book, Lal Kitab. किसी फरिश्ते ने लिखा and all that, but it's not Vedic. Okay, it's a Kalyugi book क्योंकि it came into all the Shastra, which came into existence in the Kali Yuga. There is a negativity is connected to it. So we need to be very careful with this modern day astrological remedies, because it's just making the things completely opposite. You should not offer to water to Surya Devta. No soul can be harmed if they offer water to Surya Devta. Their Surya will only become positive and auspicious. Surya Devta can never harm you if you start worshipping him. It will only make your Surya strong, Surya positive. But there are shlokas like that in Lal, not shlokas, there are things in Lal Kitab where they have mentioned that this person should not offer this and that. That is a coded book, okay? You can decode things, ki what will be the prakriti of the person, but not directly giving the remedies like that. So here, with this particular diagram, there are higher lokas and lower lokas. They all are into the sukshma body or energy body. They can only feel and experience their punya or pap, but they cannot do tapasya. What is difference? What is the difference between the higher lokas, lower lokas, and the middle lok in which we are living, the bhulok, bhumandal, on which the manushya are living. In this particular middle lok, all the souls who take birth on this particular bhuloka, they have a chance to be liberated. Even the animals, if an animal living constantly with a very Siddha Purush, okay, they get the punya of that Siddha Purush. And by the kripa of that Siddha Purush, a human, they will be in a human form only. By their grace, okay, they can be liberated as well. Yudhishthir ki kripa se there was a dog who got liberation. Swarga mein jaane ka mauka mila. So there is a possibility for animals as well, because they are into the material body. So material body gives you that opportunity. So the core is Karan Sharir. When you go beyond this material and reach to that middle state, beyond the spiritual lokas, you reach to the Karan state. Most of the Rishi Muni lives into the Karan state only. Okay, till that they completely dissolve their emotion which have generated that reason, that Karan. They meditate into that state. So they are beyond physical. Okay, they are beyond their sukshma sharir. When we reach to the sukshma sharir state, okay, first is physical. Right now, most of the humans, most of the people are in their physical consciousness. Ki we feel pain, we believe this is my hand, this is my face, this is my laptop, my table, my home, etc. We, because we are attached to the physical reality more, we are not connected to our sukshma sharir. Sukshma sharir is your energy body, and all the karmas reside into the all the reason why we are creating different karmas. It's your emotional body. Whichever mother you have right now in this life, father in this life, with all those souls, you have karmic connection stored in your sukshma sharir. So, first of all, go beyond the body, then reach to your Sukshma Sharir. When you are able to access your Sukshma body, when you get that understanding of your Sukshma body by meditation, Nam, Jap, okay, through different modes of yoga, various kinds of yoga written down in our Shastra. So, through various yoga, when you reach to your Sukshma Sharir, at that particular time, you will be able to access this higher lokas and lower lokas. That's why sometimes in meditative state, people interact with entities, maybe a good entity or a negative entity, but they interact with them because they have reached to their sukshma sharir. So all the sukshma world around them, they are able to see them, and those people can see them as well, because we entered into that consciousness of sukshma sharir. Okay, but with that particular thing, we need a guru who will guide you, because when you reach to the sukshma sharir, sometimes people experience out of body experience accidentally, and sometimes by the guru kripa, by a proper practice, they are accessing their sukshma body. But that body will give you the access to the higher lokas, to the lower lokas. Now it's up to you ki which particular entity we want to interact, and also our karma, ki what kind of consciousness we are holding inside, those entities are able to interact with us. So that's why a very guided way of doing sadhana is advisable. Okay, like opening third eye, opening kundalini chakra, and people who are not spiritually inclined and they are just putting the techniques into the life, sometimes accidentally their mind becomes very chaotic, because they have accessed a particular dimension where they have not cleared their chitta ko clear karna padta. Okay, when you clear your sukshma body, when you make it completely positive, then only you reach to the positive dimensions, which is higher lokas, ki interacting with Indra Devta. Arjun was interacting with all the Devi Devtas. He reached to the Dev Loka, again coming back, wahan se kuch siddhya leke aaye, etc. That is, it from the Sukshma body, they are traveling into those things. Okay, but it's very important, it should be guided, or else we may interact negative entities, which are the lower entities. All these people like Epstein file, and that is Maya Asur. Okay, there is a Asur living below. Okay, and every time there is the Dev Asur Sangram, we do not see it, but it's influence. Okay, either the lower lokas being are influencing the people on Bhuloka, which are us, or the higher beings are influencing us, the higher loka, Devatas are impacting us. Whenever the influence of Devatas is more, it's Satyug. Whenever the influence of lower lokas is more, it's like Kalyug. Okay, so you see this disco lights and alcohol, non-vegetarian eating childrens of humans, that is Asuric influence of lower beings, and that is very much into the Western Sabhyata. And we as an Indian are so blessed that we are born on this particular country, okay, where the Ganga and Yamuna are flowing. These are very divine rivers. This land near to Ganga and Yamuna and this whole Bharatvarsh, that is a very divine place. If you are taking birth here, somewhere you are blessed, somewhere you are a higher conscious being and you want mukti, you want liberation. That's why you are born into this particular Bharatvarsh, okay? And you see Western country, they are beyond this knowledge of spirituality. Even their spiritual knowledge is of very low level. Even their understanding of astrology is like at very low level. They only talk like nature. They cannot predict things very easily. उतना ज्ञान ही नहीं है. And all the dates we will learn about Panchang, Muhurat. So you will understand the Makar Sankranti we celebrate right now. That is like a new year at that. Now they are stuck to that date of new year. That was actually Makar Sankranti ki sun changing the Rashi. They were also celebrating, but they are more rigid into their approach. So they have made a fixed calendar and they are stuck to one particular date, but they are not checking the time is changing. The earth is revolving, the Brahmand is into motion, and there is always a change into the Prakriti. And we are still calculating that sun and Chandra and Surya movement together. And on that particular basis, our calendar is working. For them, it's more like a fixed calendar. Okay. So they are more rigid in their approach. That's why that knowledge is also very limited. Okay, but that particular this particular bhumi, there is a possibility of mukti. Okay, so that is from the physical dimension on the bhuloka only you can reach beyond the material universe. Okay, that is your last body. Okay, so first understand this is not your body, which is physical body. Then going to shukshma. When you go to the shukshma body, you can know all of your birth through Sukshma body only. You can, people who are like Trikal Gyani, who see their past, present, future, and various births, etc. They are able to access their Sukshma body, and we also call it as your subconscious brain in English. Okay, when you access your subconscious brain, you will have all the answers. The chitta, you reach to your chitta. Chitragupta is the account. He's taking the accounts of all the souls, the karmas, etc. So that Chitragupta is nothing but the chitta inside us. So when you reach to that chitta, that is through sukshma body only. So all the spiritual beings, Buddha, whenever Bhagwan Buddha want to liberate a soul, the first thing he do is he realize all the previous birth of that soul, and he tell them that this is a cycle, you are coming back and back, you are just attached to your own reality, and that's why you are experiencing this karma. And right now also you are attached to the material things, that's why you are not able to liberate. So when you reach to your sukshma body, you will have all the understanding of this whole brahmand, this material universe. And then there is a possibility to reach beyond that to the karan sharir, when you become like shanya, or reach to the mahavishnu state. Okay, and when you reach to your karan, your reason why you are born, then there is a possibility to be liberated, to be mukta. Okay, so that is the explanation of this universe with respect to your body. Now the astrology, how karma, free will, all these things are working in our life. When you come to this material universe, in this bubble, And in this bubble as well, when you take birth on Bhulok, okay, on this Bhulok, karmas start impacting us. Ki we are born and we will die, and there is a physical body. The karmas, the planetary system are impacting this physical body. Okay, and this physical body is like it is stuck into a matrix. Ki there is a matrix already formed and we are living into that matrix. Ki people interact with us, we are interacting with the people, and we are experiencing different emotions and creating new emotions, etc. Okay, so this there is a planetary system. All the planets, they rule various aspects of our consciousness. Ki Mars represent energy in your body, Chandrama emotion, Surya your ego, your ahankar. Every planet is ruling particular area of our life. Okay, so when we are born, at that particular time, whatever is the condition of the universe, okay, at the time of the birth, what is the planetary positions, the nakshatra, the constellation, everything is in the higher lokas. Okay, and when we are born at that particular time, whatever is the planetary positions, panchang, tithi, nakshatra, karan, yog, day, in whichever panchang, the limbs of time you are born, that will give you the explanation of your soul journey, the karmas. Okay, that is like an explanation. So why planets, many people will ask you in astrology, why planets are impacting me, why Shani Devta is giving me this problem, why Rahu is creating troubles, etc. So we need to tell them it's not planets. Planet is a planet is a way through which we learn about our own self, about our own journey. If you want to know about your own self, there is a subject, Jyotish. Jyotish will tell you your soul journey. Okay. So through the planets, they are not impacting us. They are actually telling us कि when you were born, I was at this particular position. And if you have the understanding of the Brahmand, you will be able to understand from my position कि what kind of yatra you are into right now. Okay. What kind of soul you are and what is your karmas that you are going to experience in a particular birth. So your astrological chart is telling you the predictions from birth to the death, and that is telling you the time period. Ki you are transiting in this way. Okay, you will experience this particular things in your life, and that's why it becomes very predictive. When the body becomes physical, there is a rigidity into it. So there are types of karma. First of all, let's understand the types of karma, and then we will understand ki which particular karma we are experiencing right now. So there are three types of karma. One is sanchit, second one is prarabdha, and last one is agami. Sanchit, the meaning of sanchit means total accumulated karmas of your soul, of all the births that you have experienced, of all the when you first came into this material world. Okay, the first time you came into this material world, from that particular point your soul is experiencing various life, and certain karmas you have completed, certain karmas you have not completed, and all the sanchit from the beginning of our soul journey, from that point till now, all the total accumulated karmas are called as sanchit karma. And sanchit is like stored somewhere in our subconscious. It's stored. That's why we are able to access it. If you access your subconscious through dhyan, through meditation, through Guru Kripa, okay? If you are able to access it, then you will know your various births. But the result of all the sanchit you cannot experience in one life. The result of all those sanchit can be experienced in various life. That's why there is a gati. Right now we are born in this particular body, then we will born in another body, then another body, because there are so many pending karmas and desires. Two things. One is because of desires, and because of that desire actions we have created. And two planet, most karmic planet in astrology, Shani and Rahu rules this two tattva. Shani rules karma, pending karma, the karma you have created through actions which have manifested. Okay, actions. And one is desire, ichha, desire you are creating, Rahu. So because of this two planets only we are stuck mainly. And that's why in Kundali, if you focus on Shani and Rahu of an individual, you can tell where the soul is stuck, which karma the soul is destined to experience in this life. And the two houses where Shani and Rahu are placed in the birth chart, they are one of the most difficult houses in our horoscope. We want to achieve both of these graha. We run behind Shani and Rahu. And these two planets are the real pain creating planets as well. Okay, because we run behind them. So we are just want to experience them in a fullest way, but they also hold the negativities. With desires, there will be situation where desires will not be fulfilled, and through that Rahu give us pain. Certain negative karmas we have done, negative actions we have created, Shani will also give us the result of them, negative karmas, and through that we also suffer. Okay, so this human birth, or the birth on this material bhuloka, where we get the physical body. With this particular sharir, there is a pain, suffering, and punya. Both are connected. Higher beings are all of punya lok. Lower are more of a pap lok. But the middle earth, it's more, sorry, the middle world, it's related to pap, mixture of pap and punya. And it becomes more jada. When it becomes more jada, we become in a physical form. Ki your body, you cannot change your shape of the face, your skin tone, okay, your quality of the voice, your abilities, your skills. We all are born with certain skills, etc. Because that's more like a jada sharir, more physically manifested form. So one is sanchit, which is total accumulated karma. Out of those total accumulated karma, a bundle of it, a small amount of it, manifests into the material world when we get the physical body. And that manifested karma is called as prarabdha. Prarabdha, that's why Premanandji Maharaj and many spiritual people, they tell us you cannot go beyond your prarabdha. Prarabdha you have to experience. The prarabdha karma are jad karmas, which the universe have manifested into the material form. And we all jeev, mainly we are talking about humans, okay? So we all uh, material beings, we have to experience our prarabdha karma. And this astrology and this planetary system and the kundali that we get, we got in this particular birth, that kundali is actually telling us our prarabdha karma. And we read prarabdha karma because they are jad. If you can read the charts, okay, if there is a possibility of change, okay, then how you can do predictions? If there is a scope of changing the destiny is there is a scope, okay, but it's very limited scope. It's not by tona totka we can get whatever we want. The people who are promoting things like that, ki you can manifest whatever you want, I will give you a trick of it, they are just fooling people. Okay, you have lived this much amount of time in your life, just see your life. How many things are in your control? Most of like things are happening automatically, and we are just experiencing it, because this is prarabdha sharir. At the time of the birth, when we come out of the womb with this jada sharir, it is governed by prarabdha. Prarabdha means कि there is a rigidity, कि the shape of the eyes, the colors of the eyes, your parents you cannot change. The first thing is in which family you are born. That is the first prarabdha. If you are born in the Ambani house, your life will be much easy. If you are born on the footpath, the life will be very difficult. Okay, at a material level. So why different children are born with different destiny? It's because of their different prarabdha. Which potli, which particular group of accumulated sanchit karma we are going to experience in this life. But yes, before becoming the jada sharir, there is a freedom to the soul to choose your karma. There are so many punya pap, every soul, all of us who are right now on the screen, we all have so many good karmas and so many bad karmas. Okay, but they all are unmanifested and stored somewhere in the universe. When there will be a time when the soul will choose, it will use that particular karma and will experience it. And there is a scope to burn all of them instantly as well. I will, but right now, when you take birth, you are taking a small amount of it. Okay, that is your prarabdha. which cannot be changed. And this life is very small, you can say, of a very small time frame. If you are able to remember all of your births, it's just a small amount. When you compare it with the universal time, it's like very small lifetime. You take birth and you will die. You experience your karma, and people are getting upset because of this small fraction of time. So astrology is telling you this level of gyan. Understand your soul journey, understand your karma, and get liberated. Because it's a Vedic science. Okay, it's a Vedic knowledge. A Vedic knowledge cannot be material in nature. Spirituality is, sorry, astrology can help you to get mukti as well. Okay, if you try to understand your karma deeply, if you understand the subject completely, there will be a realization come in you. Every subject, if you go core to a subject, you will be a realized person. If you become expert into any particular subject of this Brahmand, you will be liberated. Okay, ज्ञान आपको मुक्ति देता है. So astrology cannot stuck us. There are two sect of people. One are the spiritual group of people who will tell you, do not believe in astrology, do not believe. It's like they are just telling you that everything is destined. So you are just like Vivekanand have told the people ki only weak-minded people follow astrology. Okay, but here all these spiritual people somewhere they are critical about astrology because they do not want you to believe that things are destined. Okay, and there is one group of people who will tell you no, everything is destined, you cannot go beyond. Okay, and there is another sect of people who will tell, do your karma, nothing is predestined. Your actions right now, your actions you are creating, that actions will give you the result. Be more mehnati, be more workaholic, and the result will come to you. Okay, all these extremes are negative. Okay, are like wrong. All these extremes are giving you the wrong explanation. When it comes to spiritual beings, they are, when they are completely denying astrology, so we need to ask them, do you believe in Vedas? No spiritual being will tell you ki, no, I do not believe in Vedas. They all are giving us Vedantic philosophy. They are all preaching Vedas, the Upanishad, etc., or Puran, etc. But if they are denying astrology, then we need to ask them ki, from where astrology came into this world. It is a part of Vedas, it is eye of Vedas. Means it's like drishti, it's the netra, it's eye of Vedas, which will tell you your soul journey, which will tell you why you exist. So your existential question answers you can get from astrology. Okay, so they, because they do not have the knowledge of the complete astrology, they are denying it. If they deny astrology, any person who deny astrology, they are actually denying Vedas, because it's a Vedic text. Okay, and it is the netra of Mahavishnu. Astrology, Vedas are ang of the divine, and out of them the eyes who will show you what is going to happen in this life and of the previous life, and how the soul will transit in future. Everything you can see from the Kundali. So it's not a small knowledge, it's not a very materialistic knowledge, it's a Vedic knowledge, it's a spiritual knowledge. Because they are not able to understand it, so they are just completely telling us that it's the work of a weak mind. But that's not true, it's a work of a strong mind, because Ved Vyas ji was the son of Parashar Rishi, who have introduced astrology to us. Ved Vyas ji, the writer of Vedas. Okay, those spiritual people, if you ask them ki, what are your viewpoints about Ved Vyas ji, they will tell you, no, he is a supreme being, he is a spiritual being, he have given us all the Vedas. Okay, fine, he have given Vedas. Who is the father of Ved Vyas ji? Maybe they do not know, or if they know, then he is the father of astrology. Parashar Rishi, Bhrat Parashara Hora Shastra, the first proper astrological text coming from the Vedas. He is the father of astrology, and he is the father of Ved Vyas ji. So astrology is a spiritual science. The problem is people are not able to understand it. So a spiritual person, whenever they deny astrology, you can put these points in front of them. If you are a spiritual person, then you should follow Vedas at least, and give me the explanation. It is also a part of Vedas. Now come to this particular people. No, Your destiny is in your hands. You are the creator. True, we are the creator. But is it the only birth? If it is the only birth, okay, कि you only live once, आप एक ही बार जन्म लेते हो, this is the only birth, ना पहले कुछ था ना बाद में, okay, there was nothing beyond or nothing after or before that, then why different souls are uh, living different states of consciousness? Why we are born in a poor family, why another person is born in a rich family? Why I do not have legs and why another person have legs? Why this Prakriti is doing injustice with the souls? Every person should start from the same level, na? Why the level is different? Level of skill, level of consciousness, level of physical health, etc. Why there is a difference? Because there is something beyond this life as well. And that is why we got different kinds of consciousness, different families, different, you can say, environment, because of the past life karma. So these people who are like karma yogi people, okay, actually the karma yoga doesn't mean to become a workaholic person. The actual meaning of karma yoga is given in the Bhagavad Gita, ki do your work in God's consciousness and you will be free, you will be liberated from all the karma. It's not like fulfilling your duties properly is a karma yogi person. No, whatever duty you are fulfilling, live into that God's or universal consciousness, then you will be able to do justice with your karma. So if a karma yogi is talking to you and they are telling you ki no, do hard work and you will become an IAS officer, do hard work and you will become a prime minister of any country or president of any country, that's not true. Because there is a karma we have created in our past birth as well, or various births as well. The impact is coming in this particular birth, and we are experiencing those karma. And it's not God who have returned down the destiny. The karma yogi people will tell you, do not believe on astrology, do not believe on destiny. Key things are destined already. Believe on your karmas. But what about the karmas of the past life? You have desired a life partner in your past life. Maybe that was not your prarabdha in the past life to live with that soul. You have desired that soul, ki I want to marry you. In this life, you will marry that soul. But in this life, your desire changed. Now you want to manifest someone else. But it creates a blockage because you have already manifested someone in your past life. Ki in this life, that person will become the life partner. In this life, if you are desiring someone, maybe if the person is not destined in this life, he will become your life partner in the coming life. Okay. So we have already created desires in the past life. Who is going to experience them? So the code of the Brahman, how the universe is working, the Bhagavati, the Shakti, she is amplifying your desires. Bhagavati try her best. Maya, Devi Maya, do her best so that we will stuck into the Maya. This is her Brahmand. If you want to Mukta, worship Maya. If you worship Jagadamba, Bhagavati, she will give you very fast spiritual growth and very fast mukti. The Tantra Marga is Devi Upasak usually follow Tantra Marg and it's a very fast process to be liberated, okay? But she is the one you have to pray her to be mukta, or she is the one who can give you everything into this material world, okay? But what is the concept? How? We have created desires and karmas. Okay, like let me give you an example. Your karmas and your desires are like you are pushing a ball into a direction. Okay, and in whichever direction you are throwing that ball, it will go into that direction. Okay, what the universe will do? Universe will speed up its process, its energy. Universe will put its energy into that particular ball, and then it becomes a very, you can say, big ball of karmas, or with fast forward motion it's going and amplifying its energy. Okay, now that is the concept ki, okay, there is a force you put into the Brahmand through your desires, through your actions. They can be negative, they can be positive, and in the direction of the force the Brahmand is amplifying it. Now you got a rigid body to experience that flow of force, to experience that ball जिस दिशा में आपने फेंकी है, okay, or the force in whichever direction you have put the force. Now your soul is going to experience it, and you get a jad sharir. the physical body which is going to experience the impact. It can be positive to us, it can be negative towards it. Okay, whatever we have created, we have this free will. Always the soul have a free will in which direction you are flowing your energies, through your actions, through your imaginations, through your emotions. In whichever direction you are flowing your life, that force is going towards that. Okay, so you have created a force in your past life, and because of that we got this life. It becomes jad chetan, jad. Okay, it becomes more jad. Now we will experience the karmas. Now you want to change it. If you want to change it, what level of force you want to put now? You need to put the force beyond the force of universe. Ki Devi have manifested it now. You got mother, father, you got your family, you got your environment, you got your country, ki where you are born. And now you want to change this reality. Ki I just want to become the richest person or one of the most knowledgeable person or whatever is the desire. Maybe in the past life we were not like that, and we have put the force into a direction, and we are living this reality of the force we have created in the Brahmand. And now we want to change this reality, means we need to put force more than the force of Devi. And that's why Devi Upasak, most of the time, if you they want to achieve something in this material universe now, the Devi Upasak usually focus on changing. If they want to change their destiny, the material reality, Devi Sadhana gives you very fast result, because this universe, material universe, is created by the force of Bhagavati. And the upasak of Bhagavati, they get very fast result to change their destiny. But it cannot happen with the tona totka of nariyal, kale til, or anything. Okay, elaichi, rose subeh, you should offer the elaichi tea to your wife, and you will see the money will flow from all the direction. Just by elaichi tea, you cannot change your destiny. Okay, but by worshipping Mata Lakshmi, in a proper way of anushthan, if you start doing the worship of Mata Lakshmi, because she is that entity, she is that form which is the form of prosperity. If you start worshipping that form of prosperity which is called as Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi, if you become a Lakshmi upasak, Lakshmi will come to you for sure, but you need to do it every day with constant frequency, and you will see how the past karma will start dissolving. But it will not happen in this way ki ilaichi ki chai pilao patni ko. No. Okay, so there should be a Bhagavatic connection to it. There should be a divine connectivity to it. Ki you should become like that universal conscious. You need to change. Okay, so that is your prarabdha. Ki when you are born, the second level of karma is your jad prarabdha. Ki when we will born, where we will born, in which family we will born, when we will die, in which situation we will die, when the sharir will come into the universe, when this body will take form, and when this body will collapse. These are a part of prarabdha karma, already destined. And this is what we are learning from the birth chart. All the planets are not giving us result. They are showing us the results. There is a difference. Shani Dev is not giving you. It's showing you. It is a way, it's a tool through which we know about our own self, our own nature. The whole Kundli is telling you about your nature. Why a rich person is super rich or they have so much? Because their mind, their consciousness, their actions, everything is like that. They are born to fulfill that destiny to become rich into the world, because their neurological pathway, their thought process, their brain is functioning at that way. Right time, right idea coming into the mind, and that's giving you the result. Okay, so that is prarabdha karma, ki you got a brain, you got a thought process, and according to that you are experiencing the world. So the second level of karma is our prarabdha karma. Okay, ki that we cannot change, and that we are, and that is your destiny that we are learning. Okay, you are not learning what will be my birth in the next birth, because next birth will be dependent on the all the sanchit karma. And there is a third level of karma which is agami. Agami means right now also you are creating new desires and new karmas. Those are called as agami. Agami means age, the new upcoming. Okay, that agami mixture with your sanchit, They both merge and become prarabdha in another births, okay? But there is a scope to end everything, this cycle right now as well. That is, Ganga Snan. People tell ki if you do Ganga Snan, you can dissolve your papa. So, which pap? Pap of which karma? Because right now your body is born with a particular shape, ki liver is weak or mind is weak or some particular thing. It's already have taken the form into the universe. That is amplified form. Prarabdha is something manifested, which you are experiencing right now. But there is a sanchit, which is unmanifested karma stored somewhere in the universe. Those you are able to, you can say, completely end by your Ganga Snan. That's why if you are born near to the bhumi of Mata Ganga or Yamuna, it's very easy for you to be to clear all of your sanchit negative. Ganga Snan se all the sanchit, sorry, all the negative sanchit will dissolve. Okay, but positive are not dissolved by that. Positive will be dissolved by Yamuna Snan. Vrindavan mein, if you take dip in Yamuna Snan, that have power to dissolve your punya. But we should not fear because all the people who go into Krishna consciousness and they go into the bhakti of Krishna, they will be liberated. Because Krishna will dissolve punya pap together and only Krishna will remain in your life. Nothing else will remain in your life. That happens to a Krishna worshipper. And that's why Yamuna can dissolve both pap and punya and make you karma less. But which karma less? Sanchit, not the prarabdha. The sharir which is already taken the form, that sharir have a gati, a movement. It will go into that direction ki whatever, because with this body there are many more metrics connected to it, many more souls connected to it who is going to interact with you, and we need to fulfill it because it's already manifested. But the unmanifested sanchit, all you can burn in a particular birth, okay, by Yamuna Ganga Snan, and there are many ways written in the Shastra through which you can dissolve. But if any person will ask you, ki, okay, Ganga Snan, see if you can remove all your negative karmas, then we should do pap and take Ganga dip. Should do pap and do the dip in the Ganga, and it will remove. No, that's not true because that's your agami karma. It will not burn your agami karma, garmi, which is you are creating right now. Uska prabhav aayega. It is only dissolving sanchit unmanifested, which is not in your control. But the prarabdha and the agami are in your control. Even the prarabdha Ganga ji will not vanish. Ki is जीवन के जो दुख है, those will be dissolved by Ganga Snan? No. It's only sanchit which are unmanifested karma. The prarabdha which are manifested and the agami which we are creating right now, they will not clear by Ganga Snan. Agami we have to experience in coming time, and prarabdha we will experience in this particular time, in this particular birth. So these are three categories of karma. Through astrology, we are actually reading the prarabdha of the people. Okay, we are trying to understand what consciousness we are into and what our soul will experience in this particular life. So this prarabdha is also subcategorized into three form. Okay, one is dridha prarabdha, one is drid prarabdha, and adrid prarabdha. Drid prarabdha are which cannot be changed. That means in which family you are born, how much money you will earn, how much fame you are destined to. Because fame is something with how many souls you will come into interaction. That is fame. So your yash, the fame, is a drid prarabdha which cannot be changed. And what work you will do. That's why career can be predicted, money, dhan yogas can be predicted, fame can be predicted through Kundli. Because that is a drid prarabdha. You cannot change it, okay? But there is a way to it. I will talk about it. But the way is not very easy, like chiki chai or any other thing, okay? The way is little difficult. You have to do certain practices for that. But where you will take birth, your family, your money, your yash, your work, and your death, when you will leave this world. These five things are already destined, okay? And that is a part of Drid Prarabdha. What is Drida Drid? Drida, most of the remedies work on Drida Drid Prarabdha. Drida Drid matlab, there is a possibility to change, but there is a possibility we cannot change. So we need to do certain things, the remedies, so that the Drida Drid Prarabdha we can work on. So what the Drida Drid Prarabdha is doing in our life? It's showing the pathway. It's making the pathway. Your journey will be easy. Your journey will be difficult. You are destined to become IAS officer. But that journey is a easy journey or a difficult journey. That is a part of Drida Drid Prarabdha. Okay? Ki if you make certain changes in your life, if you start, you are destined to become prime minister. But how? Fast, there will be delays, there will be so much support or difficulties. That is based on how we are living our life, the day-to-day routine we follow, etc. Okay, so that is Drida Drid Prarabdha. And there is one Adrid Prarabdha, ki which color I will wear today, what food I will eat, okay, how I'm reacting to a situation. Okay, ki if someone is angry, how I will react to it. That will impact my day. Ki today the day was very bad because there was a fight. Adrid prarabdha. Okay, so that is in our control. So basic remedy starts from Drid only. You can control when you wake up. Your sanskar, the past life sanskar can be like that. Ki we are not able to wake up early. Sun is weak in the chart, Lagna is weak. We are not able to arrange our day the way we want. If we want to wake up early, we are not able to do it. But there is a possibility you can take the charge of it. When you wake up, you just need to work on your consciousness, work on your habits. You just understand your pattern. And the Adrit Prarabdha can be changed. Adrit Prarabdha is like this person cannot, this person is lazy and they want to sleep more. So you can work on it when you will wake up. Okay. Second thing is if you change that Adrid Prarabdha, okay, today is Sunday, so wear the colors related to this day. That is small day-to-day remedies we are following. We are synchronizing our own self according to the energies of the current day. On Mangalwar, the Shastra have mentioned you should not cut your nails because Mangal energy is there and Mars is a very fiery planet. Okay, so it can, if Mars is afflicted in the chart, it can impact us, it can damage us in some way. That's why do not use the scissors, etc., or cut your nails or hairs or dig the bhumi, because Mangal is bhumi putra. So we should not dig anything or do construction of the bhumi on Mangalwar. Okay, so these are like understanding the nature of the day, and according to that we are making changes in our life. And those small changes will help you to make your Drida Drid Prarabdha more proper. Okay, those small changes in your lifestyle that will change your Drida Drid Prarabdha, your journey will become more easy to reach to your potential. Okay. And when you are able to get inclined with your Drida Drid Prarabdha, whatever Prarabdha you are born for, you are able to do best of it, best of that prarabdha. Okay, we are destined to get married to a person. I am giving an example. You are destined to get married to an individual, and your prarabdha is like that. There will be so many conflict. There are no divorce yoga, but there are so many conflict in the marriage. If we work on drid prarabdha, we are changing our habits. We understood, okay, this is my weakness, this is the weakness of my life partner, and because of this we fight with each other. So we work on that nature, small changes. Then we do remedies. Okay, which Devi Devta or what remedies we need to perform so that we can avoid the conflicts between both of us. Okay, so Drida Drid Prarabdha you are working. So you are not destined to get divorced, but you can make your life good with the same person with whom you got the Prarabdha to fight every day because you understood your karmic pattern. Divorce is something, there is a time frame. Okay, if divorce is there in the chart, that shows that at this particular time the karmic connection between these two souls will end and they both will go on different path. But if the karmas have not ended and we need to live with the same person, we can understand the karmic pattern through astrology and can tell our clients, can tell the people that these are the things you need to keep in mind to make your relationship good. And it's like living with the same person, doing the same work, but with more ease, with more positivities, so that the life will become positive and that will also impact our agami, the coming future. Or there is a scope of mukti directly, even with experiencing the karma. If you consciously focus, okay, I am not this reality, my body is playing this role, I am a divine consciousness. Every time you keep that thought in mind, or you surrender, if you are a person of duality, then you surrender to your Ishta. I do not know. I got this birth. I got this karma with this particular soul, and I am stuck into this. Lord Krishna have told us this in Bhagavad Gita. Surrender all your dharma to me, and I will take care of your karma. I will take care of your prarabdha. I will make that pathway to your liberation of the soul. Okay, or else we take this charge in our hand and constantly working on our own self. We will not attach our own self with other souls or with other karmas and desires, so that we will be liberated. Or if you want to make your material life good, then understand your own self through the kundli. This is my nature, this is my prakriti. With this soul I have this particular kind of interaction. Okay, like Virgo Rashi is the Rashi of Roga and Shatru. So in our Kundli, wherever Virgo falls, it creates conflicting zone in that house. We are bringing those karmas from our past life. We will go through conflicting situation in that house. So if we understood that karma, we can work on it. With these people, we do not want to go into any conflict. With these people, we need to be very careful. We should not criticize them, or else it create more negative feeling between us. Because in the past life, we have already created it. So astrology is a way through which we understand our own nature, our potential. So there is a explanation. The the guru of Vivekanand ji, he is explaining astrology beautifully. Ramakrishna Paramhans. He told that if you want to understand your prarabdha, just imagine there is a bull tied to a particular pole, okay, and there is a length of the rope, and that length of the rope is your prarabdha karma. There is a garden, there is a very big garden, but the length of the rope will decide how much garden the cow or the bull can graze. Okay, how much desires you are able to fulfill, or how much what at what level you are able to live in this particular life. So he is giving us our life with he is telling us the karmas or the prarabdha karma through this example. There is a bull tied to a rope, and there is a limit according to the rope how much it can graze. So if you do justice with your day-to-day routine, or the way, or proper upasana, devi upasana, devta upasana, according to your desires, if you are able to do justice with your drida drid prarabdha and adrid prarabdha, you are able to graze the full potential with whatever potential your horoscope is bringing with you. Okay, so that potential you can reach. There are many people who do not reach to that highest potential as well. Why? Because of the environment, because of the prabhav of other people. Most of the souls are inclined towards more easy path, fun, or experiencing all the bhog vilas, etc. Okay, most of the soul, nobody wants to do tapasya, nobody wants to go beyond the easy level. Okay, and because of that, most of the souls only grace just near to that row because it's more easy. Okay, if you want to experience your full prarabdha karma, your full destiny, then there are the remedies will help you to reach to that potential. Okay, so someone have asked ki, okay, so there is a limit to the rope as well. I want to graze the whole garden, then what I can do? Because there is a limitation of the prarabdha ki if you are destined to become a CEO of a company, you cannot become prime minister. No, the limitation is becoming a CEO. Maybe we are not doing justice with our day-to-day things, or with our karmas, the karmas of this particular birth. So maybe we are not able to experience that destiny of a CEO. Maybe we are only able to experience to become a sarpanch of a village, or a person who is holding authority at a very low level. Okay, so how, first of all, we can define this karmas, ki how we can experience our karma to the fullest, and second thing is ki how we can go beyond this length of the rope. Ki I want to graze the whole garden. Is it possible? So Ramakrishna Paramhans have told ki yes, it is possible. You can free yourself from this length of the rope. If you, there are three ways to it. Okay, he have told ki through divine intervention. When divine interfere in your life, then you can cut your prarabdha, and you can go beyond your prarabdha, and you can change the reality of this birth as well. Okay, but there are two more ways, okay, because he was a bhakt. So bhakt usually give you this explanation only. When there is a divine interference in your life, when divine comes to you, or when you go to the divine, then there is a possibility you go beyond your prarabdha. But there is another way, Guru Kripa. Ramakrishna Paramahans was living into the consciousness of Ma Kali. If he blesses the person, Ma Kali will bless that person. So through a person who is a blessed soul, if they will give you that punya, if they will give you that blessing, the divine is there to help you, because the bhakt of the divine is there to help you. Okay, so through that you can change your prarabdha through Guru Kripa. And third is tapasya, through sadhana, through tapasya. What you are doing through sadhana, through tapasya, you are changing your, you can say, your nature, your prakriti, your tendencies. A rich person is rich because they think in a way. Okay, they are very specific about food habits, their lifestyle, their clothing, etc. Is their conscious brain who is working into a particular vibration. You need to change that vibration, and through sadhana we can do that. Okay, sadhana means every day putting small, small, small steps into that direction, and one day that particular step becomes a very big step, and you can change your reality through sadhana. Okay, when you control your senses, the basic of sadhana is control your senses. So through this particular thing only we are able to understand the prarabdha. Okay, what sadhana will do. So there is a story connected to it, so that you are able to understand your prarabdha and how sadhana works in our life. So there are two students in a gurukul. Okay, there were two students in a gurukul. One is a proper Guru Bhakt, ki whatever Guru will tell me, I will do the same. And one is a rebellious person, okay? Or you can say more in a critical rebellious person, okay? So these two children came out of Gurukul. One is still doing the same sadhana that Guru have introduced him, Nam Jap, daily Sandhya Upasana, and all those things that our classical texts tell us. Another particular person have left all this sadhana, etc., and doing job and getting promotion and etc., up reaching to high success into the material world. Okay, so there was a time when after so many years, after when one that particular person who is more material reached to a state of success, like materially, financially good, house, wealth, fame, etc., everything was there. They both interact. Okay, what you are doing? So he told, okay, I'm doing the same, my sadhana, puja, and all these things. So he told him, ki you are still doing all these activities. These activities will not help you in any way. Okay, this tapasya, this sadhana will not help you in any way. See where I am right now. I did hard work, I did this, and I achieved so many material things in my life. And see what you are doing. You are still at the same point in your life. So he got really depressed seeing him successful. Ki I am doing puja part anushtan of Devi Devta, and I'm following all the things that my guru have taught me, and I am materially unsuccessful, and he's so successful in his life. So this doubt came in his mind that I should live all these things. I should also do hard work and all these things, okay, and go into the material achievements, etc. So just after this meeting, or at that particular time of the meeting, this person who is a bhakta, okay, he got a particular stone in the path when they are walking and talking, and he just fell down because of that stone. And there was some little chot in the feet area. Okay, so he again got this feeling, a strong feeling ki I'm doing tapasya abhi right now as well. I just came out of my sadhana, and then again there is a blockage, there is a struggle in my life. And at the same time, the another person who left all the sadhana, he got a call from his boss or something superior that you are going to become CEO of a company. Okay, so he got so happy. Oh, see the result of my hard work. I am going to become CEO of my company. So this person got more demotivated. Okay, so next day he thought, I will not do any puja part, etc. Now from this particular day, I will leave everything behind, and I will just do all the hard work and material prosperity I want to achieve. So Guru appeared in front of him, and he told him that let me tell you your prarabdha, and let me tell you the prarabdha of your friend. Okay, Your prarabdha is today, the last day, there was a prarabdha ki you can get into a accident where your whole body can be damaged and you are not able to walk after that. That is your prarabdha. So many negative prarabdha was there in the kundali ki when you got that particular last day, you there was a possibility you got the accident, and because of that accident you may not be able to walk properly. Okay, but because of your sadhana puja part, today you are healthy and you are safe and you are able to walk properly. And let me tell you about your friend's journey. He was destined to become the king of this country, but because of his tendencies, he only reached to this potential that he is becoming CEO of a company, but not the king of this nation. Okay, president, prime minister, or some that higher level of position was there in the prarabdha, was there in the destiny because of the punya he is bringing with this particular birth. But because of the lifestyle or because of the all the thought process and tendencies, he is only able to experience the CEO level of success. So let me tell you how this prarabdha thing work in our life. And through this only we can understand that length of the rope, how we can experience the full length of the rope. The example of Ramakrishna Paramhans, that there is a account of pap, okay, and there is a account of punya. All humans are born with both of them. Some souls have chosen to burn out all the negative prarabdha. That's why they have chosen a very negative, or you can say difficult birth in this particular life, or difficult life in this particular birth. Okay, so they have so many accumulated negative karmas, and because of that negative karmas, the life is very difficult. Okay, and punya is less. Okay, so through punya we do all the bhog, the food that we are eating, it's coming from the punya. Okay, the whatever kind of happiness or whatever kind of bhog you can say, okay, food, clothing, party, drinking, etc., all kinds of bhog that you are experiencing, you are getting it from your punya karma. Okay, and all the pain, suffering, detachments, or failures we are experiencing, we are getting it from our negative account, the pap karma. Okay, so every day if a person do not go into this mentality of bhog, yeah, I will do bhog vilas, I will do bhog vilas every day. If you want to get happiness, you have to give something to the universe, which is your punya. Ki through punya only we are experiencing all the goodness, all the prosperity, all the happiness. So if we go into this enjoyment mode every day, ki every day we want to eat fast food, fast food, fast food, what will happen? Till the punya are there, you are able to enjoy that fast food, and everyday enjoying means you are like giving out that punya to the universe, and you are just reducing that punya by bhog vilas and all the things we are like all kinds of enjoyment we are doing. And where is the other person who is taking care of food habits, healthy food every day, sacrificing their happiness for small ki I want to go to gym. For that as well, you that is like a tapasya. You are going to gym every day morning. That is tapasya only. Okay, you are giving pain to your body. Okay, everyone wants to eat the fast food. That's tasty, but we are compromising it. We are eating healthy food. Patte kha rahe hum log. We are eating healthy food. So every day when you do not go into the bhog, and with that you worship divine every day. So what you are doing through that small sacrifices you are doing, what you are doing, you are reducing your pap account. Your negative karmas are getting reduced through vrat, through moan vrat, through vrat of any like brahmacharya ka palan kya hota hai ki do not go into sexual indulgences, do not go into overeating, eat only sattvic food, sattvic thoughts should be consumed, only interact with good souls. Okay, because maybe there are people who make you very happy, but they are very dark souls and they are like simply into the enjoyment in all these things, and you will not learn anything from those people. Just get rid of the company of those people. That is a brahmacharya, the acharan of like a brahma. When you do that, you are controlling what your senses, all kind of sense gratification. When you are able to control every day, you are burning your pap account. When you burn your pap account, like the first student, the student who was a bhakt, he have burned all his pap account ki the prarabdha of accident dissolved because of the bhakti. Whereas the another person who left all the tapasya and going into bhog only, ki, okay, I achieved this, I achieved that, and not aware of ki how to uh, control it. It's not achievement is a bhog, okay? But when you have a achievement and you are just partying, okay, you are not creating more punya, you are just living life like I want to wake up late, okay, I'm waking. There are many people who are doing negative karmas, who are not following anything in their life, and they have very beautiful life. Why? Because they are born with so many good prarabdha that they are experiencing it. Okay, but if they reduce all that, they also are born with pap. Okay, so they reduce all their pap karma through sadhana, through tapasya, day to day tapasya. So only the punya account will be there, and through that they are able to become the king of the nation as well. But because of the bhog, everyday small bhog, he have reduced his punya, and because of that today when there was an opportunity to become a king, he only become a CEO. So we are reducing our punya, we are reducing the account of the punya by every day enjoying and small, every day want to do party, every day want to drink alcohol, I want to eat non-veg. That is bhog. And a person like who have very strong Jupiter in the kundli, they have very strong liver. Strong Jupiter means a strong punya. Strong punya means a strong liver. And who can digest alcohol? Who have strong liver. They can drink non-stop and they will be healthy. No disease is coming. And there are people who just drink for 2 days and they got liver issues and this and that. Why? Because the punya is not there to experience that bhog, even to drink, even to eat non-vegetarian and all kinds of bhog, a negative kind of bhog as well. You need a very strong amount of punya in your account. So there are people who are like drinking every day but not getting any disease and just getting success because they have that amount of punya. But when they do all the bhog and when punya, and you know how universe is working, if you go into this consciousness of bhog vilas only, the very fast the punya will come to you and give you success. This is the principle of Kali Yuga. All the negative people who are born with punya, they get achievements very fast, so that jaldi their punya will reduce and they do all the bhog, and there will be a state in their life when they go into deep depression, suicidal tendencies, etc. There will be a time for the people who are not on the right path, and because they are born with a good luck, like Ravan, he was born with punya, and also Ravan have did so many tapasya to increase more punya, and when he got that punya, he used that punya for all the Rakshasi activities. Sita Mata ka haran kar lena, and doing all the bhog vilas. And see, the last time was very, he became the reason for the end of all his cool lineage. So these people who are like not on the right path and just doing bhog vilas, etc., they are actually, they are born with so many punya, and because of that they are experiencing it, but the universe is giving them result very fast, so that all the punya will be reduced very fast, and then only negative karmas will be there in the account, and that will bring a very negative time period in their life. Most of the time it is the end time, which is very negative for the people who have not done good karmas into the world. Okay, and whereas the people who are good soul but they are not born with very much punya and the papa count is more, it's our own soul choice. Okay, it's our own choice ki we are born with how much punya and pap, ki what soul lessons we need to learn. And astrology is a helping tool to tell you what is your soul prarabdha, the soul lessons. Okay, so we brought so many negative karmas, maybe by our choice or by default we got it. So when we got this negative prarabdha, every day from small sadhana, we can reduce it. Okay, and when you do tapasya, the universe is very fast in responding that as well. Ki whenever you start following a good routine or start worshipping the devata of your or of related to your desire, there will be problems on the path of tapasya. Okay, and the universe is bringing more pap. Okay, ki you start worshipping Lakshmi Mata, and you see during that particular anushthan of Mata Lakshmi, your money will reduce. Okay, money will go down. and then you feel that I am doing sadhana of Mata Lakshmi and I am getting losses in return. It's because the pap will interact first. The pap karma will come and fast they will burn out. Nuksan kara denge. But still, if you do not leave your sadhana of Devi Lakshmi, you will see कि when you will complete your sadhana, even after so many problems, after that, through that, the problems which is coming during the sadhana is actually burning your negative prarabdha, burning your pap karmas, and only the punya will be stored, and that particular punya will help you to achieve your goal related to your Lakshmi. Okay, so the pathway is not easy. It's not, there is no shortcut to the karma. Ki just this particular thing put in this corner and you will flow your Lakshmi. In this particular corner, put this color. No, it's like changing your internal universe, then only you can change your external universe. Okay, so this is the level of astrology which is mentioned. Ki understand your karma, punya, pap, etc. Okay, so that particular rope is, you can go to your highest potential or you can go beyond. Okay, but the pathway is not easy. The pathway is either bhagavad kripa, ki you go into divine consciousness, ki you find your ishta, and every day you are worshipping your ishta without any failure. 12 years of constantly doing a sadhana at a particular day will make that amount of punya ki whatever desire you create will be fulfilled by the universe. If you do this practice for 12 years, I will follow the same particular thing for it for 12 years. It will become a very strong, it will create a very strong impact in your life. You can change your prarabdha. Okay, the disease is not a part of drid prarabdha. Okay, so disease is like, if you work on your drid prarabdha, you can get rid of your disease. Okay, if you want to fulfill something, like even with astrology there are 12 houses. Okay, if you want to change a small problem related to, let's say, your second house, money is blocked, do naam jap for 2000 times. This small problem related to second house will go away for 2000. Number two, second house, for 2 lakhs time. If you do the naam jap of your ishta, naam jap, okay, mantra jap is also there, but naam jap, if you do it for 2 lakhs time, that is like a tapasya ki bhai, you have to sit at one place. You have to control all your senses, and your focus is only towards one direction every day in a particular daytime. You are doing a tapasya ki I will do 2 lakh naam jap of my aradhya, and by the result of that karma you will see your second house will be purified for a particular time frame. If you want to permanently make your second house good, 2 crore times, 2 crore, 1 crore will make your lagna clear, pure. You will not get any disease if you do naam jap for 1 crore time, but you have to ask in return. Premanand Ji Maharaj must have done crores of the naam jap, okay, but he is not asking anything in return. He just want mukti, mukti, mukti. But yes, there is a way in our classical text कि you can get all your achievements, all your desires fulfilled. कि you want health, do naam jap for 1 crore time. Permanently, not in this particular birth, in all the coming births, your lagna will be purified. कि you have asked something in return. Okay, 2 crore times it's written in Bhagavatam. Okay, कि 2 crore time if you do the naam jap, it will clear all the problems related to finances, which is resources, the basic needs of life, and the family, second house. 2 crore time, 3 crore time, courage, your interaction with the people near to you, that becomes very good. The neighbors, the cousins, the siblings, etc. With them, there will be a very good relationship, and you will get extreme courage, and you will get skills. You can learn new skills as well. 3 crore, 4 crore happiness, family, home, 5 crore children's knowledge, education, 6 crore Rogran Shatru will be purified. So you will not experience anything negative after that. No court cases, no problem will come. Seventh house, 7 crore, seventh house. That shows marriage, relationship problems will go away, and there will be respect into the society. 8 crore times, eighth house. If there is a prarabdh of early death, okay, there is a problem like defamation or chronic disease, or early death, that you will live the full potential, okay, like till like 80 years, 90 years, which is average in Kali Yuga. You can live to up to that particular time and with disease free. Eighth house. Ninth house, bhagya, ki devi devtas will come and help you and support you if you do 9 crore times naam jap, 10 crore times naam jap, will give you fame, name, worldly recognition, कि the whole world will know you, like Modi ji. Okay, ऐसे पुण्य वो लेके आए होंगे 11 crore times. All the desires will be fulfilled. I want to become Indra. I want to become Brahma ji. You can. The Devi Devta will come to you. Ki how I can serve you? Tell me. 11th house. 11 crore. 11 crore. 12 crore naam jap. That will give you darshan of your aradhya. Ki jis aradhya ka naam jap you are doing. Ki you are a Ram upasak. Ram, Ram, Ram. 12 crore time if you do Ram Naam Jap, Lord Sri Ram will appear in front of you. You can get his darshan and you can constantly be with his Leela. Okay? And 13 crore mukti. You will reach beyond this material world. So this is how we rectify all our 12 houses. Okay? So small problem, thousands. A big problem, or you can say for a longer period of time, some big, it's like in lakhs you have to do. Same with the mantra jap. There is a syllable in a mantra. Okay, like Gayatri mantra is of 24 syllable. You want to activate Gayatri. For one thing is the Guru, a Sat Guru is giving you the Gayatri Diksha. It will automatically activate in your life. And if you recite Gayatri on anyone's name or to fulfill any desire, that Gayatri mantra will do that. But there is no guru, there is no Siddha guru who is available, then 24 lakhs time if you do the Gayatri, because there are 24 syllables in the Gayatri mantra. So 24 lakhs times you have to chant the Gayatri mantra to activate it. Okay, and when you activate it, Gayatri have the power. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, all the three lokas you can access through Gayatri mantra. So material reality you can change from the Gayatri mantra. Okay, but there is a proper guru we need. Without guru diksha we should not start it, okay, or else we have to do it for 24 lakhs time in a proper vidhi is very important. All the nowadays the mantras are easily accessible to all of us, and it's also creating very negative impact on the minds of people as well, okay, because they do not know the proper vidhi. Like you got an instrument, you got a machine, but you do not know how to operate it. Okay, so it's very important when we are doing any sadhana, any mantra jap, proper vidhi is important. Either read the classical text, or there are people who have written down properly how to do it. All the rules, regulations we should follow. But when you do it, what you are actually doing, you are changing your tendencies. You are controlling your senses. A person who go beyond their senses, who can control their tendencies, can control their destiny. But the problem with nowadays people is we do not want to work on our tendencies, our habits, our nature. We do not want to change internally. We just want to do something externally and we want the result. And this is not how astrology works in our life. It's more internal changes and how your internal. For me, most of my students, there were people who left alcohol, non-veg as well after the classes, because this is like a Bhagavati class as well. We learn about Vedas, various ancient stories, okay, and with that, Parashar Rishi, how he have given us astrology, it's all spiritual astrology, okay, and when you understand the astrology at that particular depth, you are able to guide people very easily. Okay, for me, like 98% of the clients are like always coming back, okay, and have a very positive review, because my consultation is not like Tona Totka. I explain them how you are, the karmic connection, or all the karmic uh, answers to their life. And when you get the clarity about your own self, okay, and when you get the proper remedy, if they do it, it's difficult, but if you do it every day, एक छोटा सा हनुमान चालीसा, most people what the Hanuman Chalisa will do, it's very powerful. Problem is we are not consistent into that. We are not connected to the deity. We are just doing it just like, okay, it's like reading a book. No. When you are reading a strot, Chalisa, etc., connect yourself with that divine and you see how that divine will start working in your life. Be into the conscious till you are doing the sadhana of a particular devata, become like that devata. What Mata Lakshmi want? Cleanliness. तो डू नॉट रिपीट द क्लोथ्स कि आज पहन लिए वही पहन लिए. नो, क्लीन योर क्लोथ्स. और डू नॉट लिव इन टू द डर्टी इन्वायरमेंट. व्हाट माता लक्ष्मी विल लव. दिवाली पे हम क्या करते हैं? सफाई. दैट इज अ वेरी बिग तंत्र. ऑन दिवाली देर आर सो मेनी रेमेडीज फॉर लक्ष्मी. That is like a tantra only. We all are doing tantra. People do not know. All the people of Sanatan Dharma are tantric. Okay, all these material things we use, ki, okay, red color flower, kheer is dear to Mata Lakshmi, cleanliness is dear to Mata Lakshmi. That is like a systematically arranging our environment in a way ki we attract Mata Lakshmi to our home. Okay, and that is the darkest night of the universe, Diwali. In the astrology classes, we will learn all these things, the panchang and what is the significance of Diwali, etc. Because actually, we are synchronizing our own life with the higher beings, the people of Swargaloka. If you want to become materially successful, become like Devata. Okay, so when you all the Sanatan rituals, puja part, and there are various festivals, they are nothing but synchronizing our own life with the Devata consciousness. Okay, and when you are able to do it, what is Makar Sankranti? It is the sunrise time in Devlokas. What is Diwali? It is the deep night time in Devlokas. What is Pitru Paksha? It is the time when from the Pitru Loka the Pitrus will come and visit you for the food, because they are still connected to your consciousness. So if you offer them, they will bring prosperity to you. All our Sanatan rituals are to make our material life more prosperous. And if you are able to fulfill all of them, your life becomes very easy. And all the achievements you want, you are able to do it, because if you follow Sanatan Sanskriti, you go beyond your senses. You cannot go into bhog. You have to do ki nahi. Today all the people who are very successful, like I have done consultations for the Shashi Tharoor. Okay, consultation for not consultation, but I have talked to Sudhanshu ji, BJP ke jo Sudhanshu ji hai. Okay, and there are many IPS IAS officer are in contact. I have seen their life. They are so strict with their day to day routine, with their cleanliness. They know everything. They believe in astrology. The problem with common men is ki all the people who are going to school, they are teaching us ki this is a pseudoscience. This is just the all these things that you are doing ki today is Mangalwar, eat this, wear red. They are making fool that do not believe in all these things. This is pseudoscience, but actually they all are following it. If you go to their home, you will see they are doing all the tona totkane, but small changes in their life. Okay, and when they do, and every day they are doing sadhana of Devi Devta. In front, they will not admit it. Ki I am which upasak. Okay, they are belongs to a party, and with for them they want to speak something. वो बिल्कुल ऐसा बोल देंगे कि no, I am a Nastic person. Even Mamta Banerjee, she is like she do not have her birth chart. Okay, so I have a student. He is the personal advisor of Mamta ji. So when Mamta ji saw the diamond ring in his hand, she asked, "What is this? I also want to wear it." Okay, so she herself have chosen that white sapphire. Okay, she was inclined towards white sapphire, and she have chosen white sapphire for herself. After that, she become very successful. But because she do not have that kundli, so she cannot consult astrology. But all these big people, they believe in stones. They believe in the changes. Okay, how which devta I need to worship, what anushthan I want to do. But if you interact with them, they appear to be nastic. They will not talk about it. They just want to keep it hidden. They will tell, I do not believe in astrology, but they approach to astrology. I have seen Shashi Tharoor's horoscope for 2-3 times. Okay, and more astrologer he must be approaching. But the problem is they do not want us to believe in this. They believe in Vastu, they believe in astrology, they make their home like that, and they are doing all the Vedic. Okay, today is what particular day, आज क्या करना चाहिए people का पूजा and all. More than Tona Totka. Common people believes more in Tona Totka. Common people believes in shortcuts. They do not believe in shortcuts because they know the destiny is working. They believe in astrology. And that's why they come for the timing. Tell me when I should go for election. When is my best time? And they all are worshipping Devi Devtas. Okay, Shashi Tharoor ji ke ghar mein shivling hai. His wife was a Shiv Bhakt. Okay, and that shivling was creating trouble in his life. So फिर किसी ने बताया just remove it. But the thing is, somewhere they are doing all these things, but they will not admit it. So for us, if we understand our own subject in a proper way, okay, if we are able to synchronize our own self with the universal vibration, you are able to do anything, okay, but there is no shortcut to it. You have to change, because when you are controlling your senses, you are changing your neurological pathway. How you think will change, and then thoughts will be different. Way you approach every day, you just follow the morning ritual and you will see how successful you will be into a particular day. अगर सुबह जल्दी जो उठता है, okay, there is a saying in our shastra that all the people who wake up in Brahma Muhurat, they can achieve success more easy. All the big successful people, they wake up in Brahma Muhurat. We common people are not able to do it. For us, oh, late काम करना है, ये करना है. But actually, no, he was into the BJP already. He just talked to me. He have not asked. He is also, he himself is an astrologer. Okay, Rajan ji and Sudhanshu ji is a very good friend. So when Rajan ji wants to join the classes, at that time he asked Sudhanshu ji, "Ki I got this astrologer online. She is good or not?" So Sudhanshu ji have told him ki she have good Jupiter. So you can join her classes. Rajan ji is a political advisor. Okay, so he was my student in 2024 batch. So he introduced me to Sudhanshu ji, and Sudhanshu ji have seen some reels or videos of mine, and then he told, okay, you can go to her. She have good Jupiter, and she will consult you in a right way, etc. So at that particular time, I have talked to Sudhanshu sir about astrology and all these things. But the thing is, कि these people believes, okay, the main thing is कि these people believe in astrology, but they do not want us to believe into this, okay. So this is one thing which we need to understand, कि there are three kinds of karma. We mainly focus on prarabdha karma, कि how to change it, and how to change it, there is no way, there is no shortcut to it. The way is difficult, but if you manage your tendencies, your senses, if you control them, okay, you are able to control your life according to way you want to desire. And if you start doing tapasya, sadhana, and Vedic rituals, if you start following in your life, things will come in your favor, life will come in your favor, okay. So Guru Kripa, Dev Kripa, and tapasya. These are three ways. So this is like basic of karma. Okay? This is how the karmas are impacting our life. Okay. Now let's talk about the just 1 minute. Let me check. Okay, there is a story I will tell you. The start of Jyotish. Okay, how Jyotish came to us. The first time all the knowledge appeared in the mind of Brahmaji. Brahmaji have given it to Naradji, his son. Okay, Naradji. Then it transmitted to Surya Devta, and then in the lineage, Parashar Rishi. Okay, so there is a story of Vasishtha ji and Vishwamitra. Very famous story. In most of the Puran, you will read this story of Vishwamitra and Vasishtha Rishi. So there was a fight between them, okay? Vishwamitra was a Kshatriya, Vasishtha Rishi was a Rishi. Once Vishwamitra came to the ashram of Vasishtha Rishi, and Vishwamitra came with a very big sena. He was a Kshatriya, he came with a very big sena. He wants to feed the whole Sena the food. So Vasishtha Rishi have told him, you came to my ashram, I will arrange food for all the Sena, okay. So he asked ki how you can do this. So Vasishtha have told ki don't worry, I have a Kamdhenu cow with me. Kamdhenu came from the Samudra Manthan. In this astrology, we will learn this Samudra Manthan and all these things. Okay, Graha Puran will be there, in which all these stories, Puranic stories will come. Okay, so there was a Samudra Manthan in which the Kamdhenu came into existence, and the Devtas have given it to me. So Kamdhenu is like a wish fulfilling cow. Whatever you will ask her, she will give it to you. And that's why I will arrange food for the whole Sena. So Vishwamitra asked Vasishtha ji, give this cow to me. Okay, this should be in the palace, not in a ashram of a rishi. What is the use of this cow in ashram? Okay, a king have so many responsibilities, so it's better if you give it to me. So Vasishtha have said no to this, ki no, this do not belong to you. So then he went into that conflicting zone. Okay, if you do not give it me directly, I will take by force. Okay, So Vasishtha Rishi have told ki do whatever you want to do, but the cow will be with me only. So when Vishwamitra, so cow looked at Vasishtha Rishi, so Vasishtha Rishi have told her ki you to save yourself, you are eligible enough to save yourself, do whatever you want to do. So Kamdenu have created a whole Sena of herself. Okay. And that Sena fought with the Vishwamitra ki puri Sena. And then Vishwamitra left the ashram. And then he thought, ki, what power is this? I am a king, but still I am not more powerful than a rishi. He can create his own Sena. So something is there which I do not know. So I should increase my power. So he went to sadhana. I know that this is the power of tapasya only. So he went into that tapasya, and then he became the Brahma Rishi. But before that, two three times Vishwamitra have invaded the ashram of Vasishtha Rishi. Okay, so there there is a confusion, or you can say ki people do not know the real truth ki who actually invaded the ashram and killed all the shishya, all the children of Vishwamitra. Okay, they have burned out all the people in the ashram. Okay, so when Vasishtha Rishi went to someone have attacked, some people say it was a rakshas and some people say it is like Vishwamitra attacked the ashram. Okay, but everything was burned out in the ashram. So Vasishtha, when he came back to the ashram, he saw the situation, and he went into that pain. Okay, I created this ashram and I have given so much knowledge to my Shishya and my children, the Vedic knowledge, and who will transmit this, etc., etc. So he went to Vishnu. Vishnuji told him, ki, you are my worshipper and your kutumb cannot be finished. Your generation is still living into the ashram, go and search for it. So when he went to the ashram, there was a Vedic chanting coming from a corner of the ashram. Vasishtha Rishi approached to that voice, the Vedic chanting, and then he saw the Kulvadhu, the wife of the son of Vasishtha Rishi. She was Garbhavati, okay, she was pregnant. So that Vedic chanting coming from the womb of the Kulvadhu, okay, the daughter-in-law from her womb. So he asked, ki, who taught this Vedic mantra to the child? Because I have not taught it to you. So how the child have learned this Vedic mantra? So then she told, ki, whenever you are teaching my husband, I was listening to it. Okay, so maybe the child have also listened to it because I was pregnant at that particular time. That child was Parasha Rishi, the writer, the first writer of Parashara, the astrology, first text of astrology is written by Parasha Rishi. He was in the womb. So he is the grandson of Vasishtha Rishi. That is the starting story of Jyotish, ki how it came to us in a written form, because Brahmaji and all this were you can giving this knowledge orally. Okay, but we have the text. So Parasha Rishi have written down the text. So he was the grandson of Vasishtha Rishi. When Parasha Rishi came into this world, he was a very, very great astrologer, and he have given all the other classical texts of astrology is based on Bharat Parashara Hora Shastra. Okay, there are more Shishya of Parashar Rishi who have written Gemini astrology. In this course, we also learn Gemini astrology. So Parashar astrology, Gemini, they are more classical. Okay, so they have there are more texts to it, but the core, the first book is Brit Parashara Hora Shastra, and we get Brit Parashara Hora Shastra from Vishnu Puran. Okay, so in Vishnu Puran there is a conversation. All this classical text that we read, that is like a conversation between two intellectual beings. They are giving knowledge to each other. Okay, so Brit Parashara Hora Shastra is a part of Vishnu Puran, in which we got this samvad of Parashar Rishi with Maitreya. Now, who is Maitreya? Maitreya is the Shishya of Parashar Rishi, but Maitreya is also the Shishya of Ved Vyasji. Okay, so who is Ved Vyasji? So, in the beginning of the class, I have told you Ved Vyasji is the child of Parashar Rishi only. Okay, so all the people who will tell you astrology is not a part of Vedas, astrology is not a part of, it's not classical text, etc. You need to tell them, tell me the name of Ved Vyas ji के father, जिन्होंने वेद लिखे हैं, who is the father? The father itself was a great astrologer who have given the birth to Ved Vyasji. So astrology is a normal, not a normal subject. It's a part of Vedas. Okay, so I will tell you the story of Ved Vyasji. So there was a time when Parashar Rishi, the grandson of Vashishta Rishi, Parashar Rishi was crossing a river. He at that particular time the planetary positions was like that ki if at this particular time whichever child will take birth will write the Vedas. Ved Vyasji have not introduced us, okay? He have written down. Ved was there. Ved is universal knowledge, okay? Ved is universal knowledge, and Ved Vyasji for Kalyug people, because our conscious is little weak, we cannot remember all these things. That is why he have written down, okay? So that we will remember. The Kalyug people will remember Ved, Puran, etc. He have written down Puran. At the end, Ved Vyasji, he was not satisfied with all the writings. So he came to Narad Muni ki what I should do. I have finished, so I have written down so many knowledge, but still I feel something is missing. Something is missing. So Naradji told him ki you have not written down the stories of Bhagwan. Then at the end, Ved Vyasji have written down Bhagavatam. Okay, Bhagavatam is the story of all our avatar. Okay, then he got satisfied कि now the text is complete. So Bhagavatam is like sum up of all the knowledge. If you understand Bhagavatam, you will know all the knowledge. Okay, so that is another thing. But here, Parashar Rishi, when he was traveling to a river at that particular time, the planetary positions was like that कि any child will take birth at this particular time will be the writer of Vedas. So and will be a very knowledgeable person like Avatar. Ved Vyasji is the avatar of Vishnu only. Okay, there were many avatar, not the Maha avatar, but he is one of the avatar. He was so knowledgeable. So he talked to a Matsya Kanya who was helping him to cross the river to give birth. So that Matsya Kanya is Vedvati. Oh no, what is the name? She is the main character of Mahabharata. Okay, उन्हीं से the whole Kaurav and Pandavu ka vansh was there. So she was that Matsya Kanya, okay, so, with whom the Shantanu got married, and then the whole Mahabharata was there. So the first child was Ved Vyasji. Unka
Satyavati,
Parashar
ma'am.
Satyavati, yeah, Satyavati. I always forget her name. Satyavati was that Matsya Kanya, and Parashar Rishi bring that child in the womb of Satyavati, and that child was Ved Vyasji. So there was a backstory of Ved Vyasji where Ved Vyasji is looking to a snake, to an insect, a small insect who is like very in some fearful position. He is just traveling here and there and in a panic situation. So Ved Vyasji in his past life talked to that particular insect ki what is the problem, why you are in this panic situation. So that insect told him कि I am going to die right now. This I know that I am going to die from this particular rath which is coming to me, chariot which is coming to me. So he told him, it's good na, if you die, you will take some other body and you can live a better life. So what is good about this life of an insect? So he told ki right now I know that I know the knowledge, but maybe in the next birth I will not know this and I will go into a yoni which do not know about. Right now I know, have this knowledge ki I want to liberate myself. I do not want to come into this world again. So I want to live into this consciousness. Maybe in the next birth I will born in some other body where I will forget about it. So Ved Vyasji have promised this insect ki I will help your soul to travel into various life till you reach mukti. So after many births, Ved Vyasji was born as the child of Parashar Rishi, and this particular insect born into a Brahman family. The father's name was Mitra, and that's why he is called as Maitreya. So that Maitreya Rishi was the Shishya of Ved Vyasji from various birth. So when Parashar Rishi have seen this dedication of Ved Vyasji, Parashar Rishi have told the Maitreya that now I will give you the knowledge of astrology, Jyotish Shastra to you. And then this conversation between Parashar Rishi and Maitreya Rishi was there. That conversation is Bhritprashra Hora Shastra. Okay. So they are talking about planets, nakshatra, and how they're impacting our life, the karma theory. Okay, so that is this astrological text. Now, this is the story of how astrology came to us in a written form, Britparashra Hora Shastra. Okay, now about the course, this is about the basic theory, karma theory, how universe work, and there are so many detailed explanation of it. Okay, in this particular course, when you read in a Vedic way, you will see all the divisional charts, navmans, dashmans, they are connected to whole universe. कि when you know the diagram of the Brahmand, Parashar Rishi have connected like Saptamamsh with Sat Samudra, seven oceans, seven cosmic oceans. Okay, how he is connecting now Mansh with Tridev, Tridev से नवमांश को जोड़ते हैं. So all this divisional charts and nakshatra stories, Graha Puran, etc. we are going to cover, and it's like a Vedic astrological way of learning. And when you understand astrology in that way, consultations becomes very easy, because for an astrologer they need to become a philosopher. They should be a psychologist, they should be a philosopher, they should understand first of all karma theory properly, so that they are able to guide other people properly. Okay, so the approach is Vedic. And what are the things, okay, what are the topics we are going to cover in this particular course? Let me show you that on a screen, then I will take all of your questions. So this is our course content. Can you see this on screen, everyone? Okay. So in the course content, Introduction to Astrology, which is I'm giving you right now as well, and some more points to it. More detailed explanation will be there from the starting of the classes. So introduction of astrology, then karma theory, how these things both are connected. Okay, how these things are impacting our life. Then Graha Puran, the stories of all the planets. If you want to understand planets, you need to learn their stories. Okay, कि why Surya Devta represent fame, why he represent ego, why he represent longevity, all these answers. Why Shani represent the pain, suffering, tapasya. All these things we will get from the understanding of the Graha Puran. Okay, when you read their stories, then you are able to understand how they will respond in a particular house according to their prakriti. Why Surya is more strong in first house, in 10th house, as compared to seventh and fourth house. It's all based on the nature of the Surya. Why Venus is more stronger in in the fourth house as compared to 10th house. Okay, all this explanation will be there if you understand their nature, their prakriti. So it's like an entity. You are understanding a person. If you understand that person completely, you know the behavior pattern कि how that person will behave into a situation. आपके घर वालों को आप जानते हो at some extent. You know how they will behave into a situation. लड़ाई होगी, how father will react, how mother will react, how your siblings will react. You know why? Because you know them personally. In the same way, when you understand the nature of a graha, you will tell कि in a particular situation how Jupiter will fight, how Mangal will fight. They all have a nature. Okay, so that is Graha Puran. We understand their nature from their stories. कि उनका शादी किससे हुई and how many children, etc., etc. Through that, we will be able to understand. We will able to do the predictions from the planet. कि in this particular house, a planet is placed, how it will react. Things to keep in mind before becoming an astrologer. कि it's not something ki we are just starting astrology and learning the concept. Certain things we need to bring in our life. Okay, all the astrologers of ancient time were great astrologers because they were into Bhagavati consciousness. They become medium. Okay, they make the main source as Narayan, ki he is the giver of knowledge. All the upasak, like they first of all worship their Aradhya, their Ishta, and they tell them every day this should be a ritual of an astrologer to connect yourself with the universal forces, pray to universal forces, and ask them whenever you start reading a horoscope, tell your aradhya ki I am a medium. Okay, I do not know everything, just make me a medium so that I will be able to guide other people properly, so that my guidance will not become wrong. Because If we become egoistic कि I know, I am great astrologer, I have so much knowledge, maybe jab tak punya hai, you are able to do the right prediction. But when the papa account, when the negative dasha, when the negative transit activates, the predictions will start failing in our life. क्योंकि समय साथ नहीं दे रहा है. Okay, so always become the medium, not the source. Source is supreme. So always worship your aradhya, connect yourself with your aradhya, your predictions will be right. So what are the steps, what are the routines we need to follow if we want to do it professionally? Okay, ki the karmas will not impact you. There will be people who have storage of so many negative karmas and they are still a negative soul, but you have to guide them. It's your duty because they are coming to you. Okay, and even before reading a horoscope, what should be the attitude of your client? For many people I say no, ki I cannot read your horoscope because their attitude is not right. They are coming to test you, not a right way. Okay, nobody should come to test you. It's fine if they are like simply they are doubtful about astrology. Fine, okay, you give them predictions, you give them clarity, but they are simply challenging the subject and just doing it for fun. They are not the eligible people for astrology. Okay, so it's clearly written in the shastra, if other person is eagerly waiting for that knowledge, then only give them the knowledge. If they are not eligible enough, do not give them knowledge. Okay, because we are doing injustice with our own subject. So things we should keep in mind and practices we should do. Surya Narayan ki upasak jo hai, they become very good. Surya is the planet. If that is strong in your chart, you become excellent astrologer. Because the source of gyan, Pancham Ghar ka main planet is Surya only. Fifth house ka Leo Rashi is connected to fifth house. So every day a Jyotish should worship Surya Narayan, okay, and your Aradhya. And whenever you read horoscope, consider yourself as a medium ki I will be able to guide other people properly. Okay, so we should keep certain things in mind before becoming professional astrologer, so that things will not impact us negatively. Okay, there are three kinds of remedies. So sattvic remedies are best to give. Tamasic and Rajasic sometimes, but tamasic we should completely avoid. Okay, so all the negative tantra is tamasic remedy, and all this tona totka etc, certain ki you should drink alcohol, you should eat non-veg, they work for some people. But that's a tamasic remedy ki we should not disturb the karmas of people. We should bring all the souls into the right direction. Maybe the path will be little longer for them, but right guidance is important कि we should not go beyond the Vedas. कि हमने उनके जीवन में गलत डायरेक्शन ऐसा दे दिया. There are astrologers कि if you want to become this, go into extra metal and this and that. This is not a right way of astro, because first thing is, basic thing is, we need to make other people's life good and we should bring them on a good path. Okay, so how we should proceed into this particular subject, that is important. Detailed analysis of signs. Every sign holds a nature. I will teach you signs from the character. Every sign becomes a character. Aries Rashi is like a soldier. Taurus is like a family man. Gemini is like an intellectual person who is Nastic, but who is an excellent communicator, who is very intelligent. Cancer is like mother. So when you understand the Rashi and you identify a Rashi with a particular things in your life, you are able to understand how a planet will behave in a particular Rashi. And with Rashi as well, there are nakshatra. A Rashi is divided further into three parts. A same person born with the same Rashi will have different kinds of nature. Why? Because there are more further divisions at the level of nakshatra. Or nakshatra are more further divided into four padas: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So, what is the soul consciousness of a person? They are more stuck into dharma, artha, kama, or moksha. That you can check, okay, which pada the planet is placed in, which pada the planet is placed. If the planet is placed in first pada, that planet will give you more inclined towards dharma. And you will see that graha will in Navmash will be in fire sign only. All the planets which are in your first pad will be in fire signs in Navmash. Okay, all the planets which are in your second pad will be in the earth rashi in the Navmash. Third pad will be in the Kam Trikon in the Navmash, Kam Rashi, desire rashis, and all the planets which are in the fourth pad will fall in the water signs. So when you divide the nakshatra at the nakshatra pada level, from that only the Navmash is coming into existence. Why Navmash chart is very important, that explanation itself is because the natural division is like that. You divide Rashi into Nakshatra, then Nakshatra into Padas. And those, when you are able to read the Padas, some astrologers do not want to go to the Navmash. They can simply check out Padas and they can tell that this planet is comfortable in this Rashi, in this Nakshatra, in this Pada or not. Or more easy ways, check out Navmash. Navmash will clearly tell you the picture, where they are going and how they are performing. So fire planets and water Navmash are not very good. Watery planets in water Navmash will make us more emotional. So this is how we will understand how the planets are working. So detailed explanation of Rashi, Nakshatra and planets through Graha Purana stories. Okay, we will learn the Prakriti, and for all the 27 Nakshatra, there are Nakshatra stories. Just like Graha Puran, every Nakshatra also have stories. From that, we understand the Prakriti of the Nakshatra, what is the nature of Nakshatra and how it will behave. Okay, and first Nakshatra of Ketu, an advanced form of Ketu is the last Nakshatra of Ketu. Okay, so through different theories related to nakshatra, we will learn all the nakshatra. Then we have the pending karmas. Okay, how to check the pending karmas of all the planets, which planets are negative, curses, certain combinations are very negatively influence our life. Those curses we will learn. Focus of life, Atma Karak, all the Gemini astrology is related to soul karma, understanding of our karmas. Okay, so through Gemini principles we are able to completely see the career focus of life. Okay, and the career path, children's marriage, career, spirituality, how to check a spiritual person or a materialistic person. Okay, there all the divisional chart will be covered. There are many divisional charts, but main Parashari divisional charts are 16 in number. And there are few non-Parashari as well. Some introduction of them we will learn, but mainly we will focus on the 16 main divisional charts, Parashari divisional charts. So how D9, D10, D4, D3, what are their significance, and also their Puranic connection we will learn. Okay, in a spiritual way, Parashari she have explained us all the divisional charts. So we will go through all the divisional charts one by one and how planets behave in divisional charts. Then after divisional charts, we will have this dasha system. At least three kinds of dasha. There are various kinds of dasha, but not all the dashas are applicable to everyone. So we will learn the general dasha, which is applicable to all of us. Okay, which is applicable on Kali Yuga people, especially because our age is limited. So which dasha is applicable to the people in Kali Yuga? Those three kinds of dasha, because that will help you to relate. Okay, Vimshotri dasha is telling you something, and then Gemini dasha, Sthir dasha, they are categories of dasha. Okay, so main important dasha system we will learn. After dasha system, the transit gochar. When you are born, planets was at a certain position, but they are not stopped there. They are still transiting in the sky. So transit is very important. Gochar, what with their movement, how they're bringing changes in our life. You are born with Shani in Lagna, but after 1 year it will come to the second house. After 1 year, sorry, after 2.5 years it will come to second house. After 2.5 years it will come to third house. So that is transit. How planet transiting in different houses impacting our life and making changes in our consciousness. Maturity age of the planets. When a particular planet completely mature and give you the results. Okay, so that is transit principles we will learn. After this transit principles, mundane astrology. Okay, mundane astrology is telling you about the worldly prediction. Okay, like people are doing the world war situation will be there between 2030 to 2032. I have also made certain videos on that. That will be a difficult time. How? From the transit of planet. Okay, at that particular time, Shani, Ketu will be together. Opposite to that, Jupiter, Rahu will be there, and that will be a very difficult time period for the whole world. And that is the time when world war like situation creates. So 2030 to 32. So how we check mundane astrology, how we can do predictions all over the world. So that topic will be there. Other than that, there are more topics like Ashtak Varga system, the mathematical way of understanding all the houses and the planets, the strength of the planets, etc. So Ashtak Varga system is a mathematical way. Okay, in the numbers, one planet posited at a house, it's giving number to all the houses, and based on that number we can do certain predictions. So Ashtak Varga system. Also Shadbal. Shadbal is a concept of Parashar astrology. You want to check the strength of a graha, planet is more strong or weak, positive or negative. Through Shadbal calculation we can tell what is the strength of graha. Okay, and what is the positive and negative, how much positive result and how much negative result we can get from a particular graha. That Shadbal calculations will be there. Prashna techniques. Prashna Shastra is like helping tool. Ki when a person is approaching you, at that particular time, what is the condition of the universe? Whenever a person approach you, the whole universe, right now as well, the whole universe is speaking to you. The only problem is, are we able to decode it? So Prashna techniques are there where there are Nimit Shastra, means what is the Nimit right now? Someone is crying, okay, or someone is shouting when a call is coming, light went off, internet is disturbed. What is the particular situation around you? When you understand that situation, you will predict many things. Your breath will tell you many things. When someone is come, like today is Sunday, if someone is coming to you for prediction and today is a Krur Grahavar and your right nostril is active, that shows the answer will be positive. But if someone is coming to you on benefic planetary day like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they are ruled by Somya Graha. And on that day, if someone is approaching you for consultation and they are asking you the thing will happen or not, you can check your breath. If the left nostril is active, it's more beneficial. So your nostril is giving you so many answers. That's why all the ancient astrologer, first thing they do is they wake up early, they take bath, then they meditate, they do pranayam, they connect themselves with the universe, they connect themselves with Aradhya. Means you are connecting yourself with the universe. And when the connection is right, correct, then your predictions will never go wrong. Okay, your answers, your focus will be in the right direction. 10 astrologer checking out the same kundli, their focus is going on to different directions, but the more intuition is working, a person who have very intuitive power, they will focus on the right problem, they will focus on the right calculation, and the right prediction will come because they have synchronized themselves with the universe. Unsynchronized person are not able to do these predictions properly. Okay, so breath will help you. So every day astrologers should do pranayam, and your breath itself will give you many answers. Even there are many spiritual people who know this particular prashna techniques, and they know if someone is coming to you, how naam jawab. Very easy, you can just check your breath. Even to check out the gender of the child, a woman is approaching you, when you see her, just check out your breath. If your right nostril is active, the child will be made. Left nostril is active. When you look at her first sight at that particular time, whichever nostril is active, that will left is female. Okay, so all this prashna techniques are there, which will help us. It's like a helping tool. Ki instantly someone is coming to you and asking you something. Prashna technique are also there, so that we will learn. Murat is there. Murat means how to give marriage murat to people. There are various murat. Okay, someone wants to grah pravesh, this and that. So all the murat principles will be there based on panchang. We check energies of tithi, nakshatra, and this panchang also work in our life. If we are born on a particular tithi, we are connected to certain energy. Nakshatra, var, yog, karan, they all have certain explanation and nature. That is influencing our life. In the same way, when you start anything new at that particular time, what is the panchang? Panchang is limb of time. Understand the timing. Panchang is excellent to give you predictions. Okay, so if you become expert into panchang as well, you can tell the nature of a person instantly. So all the detailed explanation of the murat concept, shadika murat, grah pravesh, all these things we will learn. Then there are more topics. Okay, Gemini astrology, all the topics are not mentioned here. There are many. There are total 85 classes. Okay, इस बैच में थोड़ी लंबी खिंच रही है, but there are mostly 80 to 85 classes will be there. Okay, so Gemini astrology will be there. In Gemini astrology, we will learn about Atma Karak, Amatya Karak, all the Karak, and the Drishti of different Rashis. In Parashar, planetary Drishti work. In Gemini, Rashi Drishti work. Okay, so all this concept of Gemini astrology, how to find out the correct. Like Gemini is a very good you can say pinpoint prediction can be done by Gemini if you become expert into Gemini. So checking out the career of a person. Also Gemini, there are very arudhas, okay, to check fame, to check marriage, or any static prediction you want to do, Gemini is a very good. So all these techniques of Gemini astrology we will learn. Then in the end of the classes, okay, and yes, there is an annual horoscope class as well, where every year on our birthday we will prepare a horoscope. When sun come exactly to the same degree as it is in our horoscope, we make a horoscope, that is annual chart. So there are techniques of annual chart as well, ki how you can check one particular year from your birthday to next birthday. That is annual horoscope techniques, okay, that is also called as jatak kundli. So those principles we will learn, how to do annual predictions for a person. And in general, in the end, okay, there are remedy classes as well. Okay, I have forgot to mention here, remedies are also included. In the remedy class we will see Vedic remedies mostly. Okay, Puranic remedies like Mangal dosh, etc. There are remedies to it. Person born on Amavasya or any particular negative combination. What are the remedies? Remedies for the curses, like curse of father, curse of mother, curse of siblings, etc. All these curses we will learn, and the remedial part, Vedic remedial part of it, we will going to cover in the remedy class. Also, there is a medical astrology class in which we will learn how to check diseases in a horoscope. What are the combination of chronic diseases or diseases which can be solved, and how we are able to solve it. We just need to balance out the tattva of the graha which is creating problem. So those diseases, those medical class will be there. Also in remedy class, we will cover gemstones and day-to-day remedies, ki how you can synchronize your own self with the energy of the day. So that will be covered in remedy, and there will be a medical jyotish. And then how to do prediction in the end of the classes, okay, when we cover all these topics, then we will apply the principles on the kundali. Okay, ki when someone will approach you, how you can go into the chart and how you can do the predictions, okay, applying all this principle based on their question, etc. So we will read the example charts as well for the practice, so that we will also learn the application part of all the concepts. Okay, there will be a class on birth time rectification. Key, if someone is coming to you and they do not know their exact time, so how to rectify their time. Okay, so there are techniques, easy. If you learn all this concept, then at the end, birth time rectification is like application part to it. We are just asking questions to the person, and according to their life situation, according to the things they are experiencing, their facial features, their appearance, their way of communication, everything is can be checked from the kundli. So from their nature, from the question answer and certain things, we are step by step in a particular day when they can be born, in those particular 2 hours when they can be born. So with steps we are able to rectify the chart and can come to the correct time up to 2 minutes. Okay, up to 2 minutes means we are coming to the D60 chart. D60 chart, the last divisional chart of Parashar Rishi, changes in 2 minutes time. Okay, that's why you see the destiny of two twins is different, because there will be a 2 minute gap at least to take birth. Okay, or maybe in 1 minute D60 changes. Okay, when they are born at the border time, maybe at that time only the divisional chart is changing. For twins, sometimes Navamans changes, because in that particular minute itself, when the another twin have born, Navamans change at that particular time. Okay, so birth time rectification will be done till D60 chart. Okay, and when you have all the charts till D60, predictions become very accurate and easy. Okay, so that is there. And for all the people in our life, okay, for parents we have a kundli, for our siblings we have a chart, for our marriage we have a kundli, for our career we have a chart. So these are divisional charts. Okay, so detailed explanation of all the divisional charts will be there. And in the end, it will be of example charts. And even after the classes, I take like sometimes I take research classes. Okay, if you want to discuss on celebrity charts, this and that, we can do the discussions on that. So sometimes in free time, when I am free, when students are free, we can discuss all this kundli. And yes, about the course, the classes will be on Saturday, Sunday. Okay, the classes will be on Saturday and Sunday, and the timing will be 7:30 to 9:30 morning batch, which will be in Hindi language. Evening batch 5:30 to 7:30 in English language. Okay, and morning topic in the Hindi batch, same topic will be repeated in the evening batch. So you can join both or any of them. Okay, no restriction to that. Ki I want to join morning batch, evening batch. No, both you can attend, and any one of you of them you can attend. But morning 7:30 to 9:30 on both the days, and evening 5:30 to 7:30 on both the days. Saturday, the topic will be different, but morning and evening, the only language will be different, topic will be same, okay? And all the classes will be recorded. So next week after the classes, you will get the recording of that particular class. So sometimes if you go outside and you miss the class, you can check out the recording as well. And notes PDF will be there written. Some people are interested into reading, okay? So notes will be given for all the topics. And if a person is like a bookish person, yeah, I am a person who is bookish person, okay? There are so many astrological books. In initial time when I was learning astrology, the main credit goes to the books. Yeah, I am interested into reading the books, so I have learned so many articles. From 2017 I am learning astrology, okay? And it's an endless subject. The scope is endless. कोई भी ज्ञान अगर आपको like you want to become the expert into it, it's endless subject only, okay? But जो course के अंदर it's like more than enough. I have so many students as well who are doing excellent on online. अच्छे pages चल रहे हैं, very good reviews they are getting. कल ही मैंने एक share भी किया था. So there are many astrologers online who have learned from this particular course, and they are able to predict successfully. Okay, because my focus from the start is I want to teach someone at a predictive level. If you are able to follow up all the classes properly, prediction will be easy. Okay, the theoretical part is very vast. Predictive part is not very vast. Okay, theoretical part will help you if you know all the theories. It will helping tool, but when it comes to predictions, you just need to understand the pattern. Okay, I need to follow this pattern and I will be able to predict it. Okay, so till predictive level, because I have also done many courses, and in all the courses the main problem I have faced it ki nobody is focusing on the prediction. Okay, and also some people are missing creating it into batches. Okay, okay, if you this particular batch is only for beginners, this is for advanced, and there are many other topics. For me it's like combined course. Okay, all the things we are going to cover in this particular course and reach to the level of prediction. Because either you are an astrologer or you are not an astrologer. There is no something which is in between. Okay, so I focus on that. Keep full level of astrology will be covered, and one time a student is always a student for me. So my even first batch students still joins if they want. Okay, and still in contact with me, direct contact. Okay, even I do not like that approach ki you are not able to access your own guru or your own teacher who is teaching you. Okay, so I'm always accessible to you. There is a group, WhatsApp group, where you can have discussions. There is a discussion group as well. There is a class content group as well. Also with that, you will have my number. You can directly ask me whatever you want, any doubt that you are facing, etc. So that is all about the classes. Okay, and with class recordings, no limit. With PDFs, no limit. I will create a Google Classroom folder which you can access for unlimited time. Also, there's classes. Sometimes you miss certain classes. You want to join next batch as well. Okay, some people because of certain reasons they leave in between, so they want to join next batch. So freely they can access the next batch as well. Okay, so that is all about the course. Let me know if you have any doubt. And do you allow others to read it? My horoscope. Huh, I share my horoscope many a times. Okay, that's not an issue. Uh, and we should learn from our own horoscope as well, from our own people. There are astrologers who will say no to this, you should not read your charts, etc. That's not true. Okay, because if we are not interested in our own chart, because we know ourselves better. So every day, today I'm feeling low, today I'm feeling excited, today I got this amount of money, today I lost this amount of money. Why these things are happening? You should learn to connect more. Like if you know yourself completely, and because of that you are able to get many concepts. Okay, the transit concept of Shani Jupiter double transit, I learned it from my chart. I'm just observing transit, and then I got this concept ki double transit where both Shani and Jupiter together, whenever it's connect to a single house, that house is giving you result completely. Okay, so you get many concepts of astrology if you focus on your chart, okay, or your own people's horoscope, because you know them. Other person who is a stranger to you will not tell you everything, okay. So that's why you should read your own horoscope as well. And with my own chart, I display my chart as well many a times, whether person become a good a good astrologer combination, people who know basics of astrology, people who are interested in astrology, who can become good astrologer, they have strong sun, okay. They have fifth house, eighth house, and lagna connected to each other, either eighth lord in fifth house, fifth lord in eighth house, eighth lord in lagna, lagna lord in eighth, or first, fifth, eighth house connected to ketu, gives you inclination, or first, fifth, eighth lord are connected to ketu, or ketu is placed in these houses. Okay, so these are certain combinations, and there can be more. And naturally, you see Libra ascendants, Taurus ascendants, Leo ascendants, Cancer ascendants, they are inclined towards it, because naturally they have this combination forming. For a Taurus ascendant, the particular planet Shukracharya gives you the inclination towards many subjects, including astrology. Okay, so Libra, Taurus are naturally inclined towards it, and Cancer are intuitive people. Cancer wants to know, explore everything. That's why Cancer people are naturally inclined towards it. For Leo ascendant, there is a connection between the house, which house? 5, 11, 12. Yeah, fifth house and eighth house. Lord is Jupiter, same. Okay, for Libra as well, Lagna Lord and eighth Lord is same. So whenever you see this connection of 5, 8, and first house, these people are naturally inclined towards astrology. Also, you see the people who have like many planets in fifth house, many in Lagna, many in ninth house, they are inclined towards learning. First, fifth, ninth house are your learning, your knowledge houses. So when these houses are prominent, you will be inclined towards it. Okay, so there are many ways in which we can check the inclination, and all the people who are in the class, they will have this combination. That's why, क्योंकि astrology में आना itself is a big thing, कि we are inclined towards learning. लोगों को prediction satisfy कर देती है. Most of the people are like inclined towards predict for me. I want to learn prediction is something rare, okay? And if you have that kind of mindset, means somewhere you have the combination. That's why you are trying to understand the life. And all the people who are like becoming very great astrologer, who are inclined towards astrology, they must have experienced something related to eighth house, because eighth house gives you the astrological knowledge, occult ka knowledge. So there will be a big transformation, big problem, big change happened in your life, then only you come to the astrology. Okay, for me, it was the death of my father, which triggered this interest. I want to know कि from where people come and where they go. इसलिए my approach is also very spiritual. कि I want to know the answers. मुझे बस ये नहीं देखना when the money will come, ये सब दिख जाता है, okay. But when you go beyond it, that makes sense कि at least that subject is giving you the core answers of your life. Okay, so for me it was like death of father, and after that I want to know about myself, because back to back it was Shani ki dhaiya. Whenever Shani transit in eighth house, whenever Jupiter transit in eighth house, whenever Rahu Ketu transit in eighth house, you start learning astrology, you go deep into astrology. Okay, so because your eighth house, these are big planets, Rahu, Ketu, Shani, Jupiter. When they goes to the eighth house, it activates your eighth house. Okay, so that is the time when you start learning it properly. So I learned when Shani was transiting in the eighth house, it was Dhaya of Shani, it was eighth house transit, everything was like that. And eighth house Mahadasha of Jupiter. Just before Jupiter Mahadasha, I have no idea about astrology. Rahu may I even do not know what is my moon sign. Okay, or eighth lord is Jupiter. If you go into eighth house Lord Dasha, you start learning astrology. So Jupiter in the ruling the eighth house, sitting in the fifth house in retrograde motion. So something past life knowledge or past life learning is continuing in this particular life from the Jupiter Mahadasha. So Rahu ne to nahi diya. Okay, but Jupiter have given this particular astrological knowledge. So when it activates, when your eighth house activates, and or your Ketu, Jupiter Dasha can give you the knowledge, divine knowledge. Okay, so yes, there are combinations to it, and for everyone, the triggering point is wants to know the core answers of the life. Okay, ma'am, who is my spiritual guru? Uh, there are many, but right now, okay, right, I uh, follow Adi Shankaracharya. Okay, I read so many स्रोत of Adi Shankaracharya. It's very dear to my heart. तो एक मुझे उनका बहुत पसंद है, आदि शंकराचार्य, who is not living, who is not alive, but other than that, अभी living में राजेंद्र दास जी, because he is so excellently decoding the Puranas. Okay, so unka approach is like a Mercury approach. He gives logical explanation behind all the classical text, Shastra, etc. So Rajen Das ji, I follow him. Premanand ji Maharaj for understanding the philosophy of life. Okay, and other than that, like in this particular journey, I'm a person from like from my college days. I am listening to Guru. बहुत सारे गुरु ओके सो फिलोसॉफीज बहुत सारी फिलोसॉफिकल डाउट्स एंड प्रॉब्लम्स आई हैड सो लिसनिंग टू वेरियस गुरु ओके नॉट वन देयर आर मेनी मल्टीपल sadguru I have listened to everything all the videos of sadguru even I have listened to osho he have given so beautiful explanation of mrityu so when I was searching the answers of mrityu after the death of my father I have listened to osho के सारी मृत्यु के ऊपर जो चीज है ओके and even Sadhguru ka bhi, all there is a book of death of Sadhguru that also I have learned. So it's like there were many guru in astrology as well. I have learned from Sanjay Rath sir, not directly, okay, but unka books are there. All the books of Sanjay Rath sir is there with me. So many detail like unka books to understand Sanjay Rath sir text is little difficult, okay, but if you understand that pattern it gives you so many techniques and so many understanding about jyotish okay so initially unka lectures is like day and night I'm just listening to it and I have read all his books as well and there were many articles online books online available okay so all these things I have gone through it and with respect to the degree I have done my acharya from bbb okay problem with bbb is ki they do not reach to the level of prediction it's more theoretical school based astrology okay so even they do not teach remedies I have questioned this as well ki remedy should be a part of astrology but they are like ki this is not how we approach astrology for us it is more like a technical subject okay so with technical it's more theoretical not all engineers becomes engineer right in the same way their approach is not up to the level of prediction it's more like technically understanding the concepts of and mainly mathematical part they focus more but yes that also has done so through that I have learned so spiritual guru is actually Mahadev, the first guru I have ever imagined in my life. Then, when I was learning astrology, I was worshipping Lord Ganpati. Okay, there is an astrologer residing just near to my home. He's 95 years. He have told me to start worshipping Ganpati. So at that time when I'm doing Wednesday fasting and worshipping Ganpati, at that time, parallelly at that time, I have learned astrology. So he's also like a Jyotish guru. So many divine things happen at that time. So Ganpati ji is like a guru, okay? And then other than that, there are many, like even there are books, autobiographies of a yogi, and there are spiritual texts I have learned. So the credit goes to many, many people for this knowledge all branches of astrology, KP, Gemini, Lalkita, Vastu, and all. See, astrology, there are not branches there. With time, different people have introduced us different techniques. KP is more modern, Lal Kitab is very modern. Okay, and I do not agree completely with this text. Okay, my approach is more Vedic. So, Gemini and Parashar astrology is something I follow deeply. Okay, and there are certain techniques like Prashna, Ashtakvarga, mundane astrology. They all are a part of Parashar only. Okay, and there are books so books I always I will write it down on Instagram as well. Okay, or if you want to know the classical text on Jyotish, and in group I have posted somewhere. इस बैच को आई बुक्स अभी मुझे बताना बाकी है 2025 बैच को so that I will give you श्रुत श्रुति ज्ञान परंपरा ओके But Beej mantra we should not chant without Guru Diksha, okay? It's very important because that can harm us in a negative way. You know, whenever you chant a Vedic mantra, mostly Beej mantra is a part of Vedas. Whenever you chant any mantra, your consciousness, whatever consciousness you are into, that will activate in your life. So if we are very negative inside, the Vedic mantra will definitely harm us. So first time, whenever Guru will give you the mantra diksha, initially they will give you Naam diksha. Naam chanting karo. Do this practice ki at least you will not break your sadhana. So Naam se karo because there is no negative effect of Naam jap. So initially do Naam jap. Make the routine like that. Ki you are able to focus yourself. And Naam jap se you purify yourself. And when you completely purify yourself, you become positive internally, then you access the Vedic mantra. It will not give you the negative result. Okay. So with Vedic mantra or Bij mantra, consciousness is important ki how we are from inside. If you are a very positive spiritual being, no mantra will impact you negatively. Okay. And even Devi Devta sometimes correct a good soul in some way. Ki this is wrong you are doing. Okay. They will give some guidance. When we are negative inside, like I have a person, that person was reciting Purush Suktam, a Vedic chant of Lord Narayan written in Vedas, okay, Purush Suktam. Her neck went blue, okay, and some problem was there in the neck area. So she was telling me, ऐसा हो रहा है, वैसा हो रहा है. So I asked her, कि what practices you are doing right now, okay? Because this is not normal कि the neck area going into the blue color, okay? So there may be blood deficiency or something is there. So she told me I am reciting Purush Suktam. Then I asked her how. So there is a way if you recite the mantra or any sukta, Vedic chanting. So there is a way process, the vibration you need to follow, because that word is mentioned in that vibration, written down in that vibration. If you simply recite it, though that vibration is not matched, and because of that, that vibration can impact our gala, okay, our voice. And even Sadhguru have told there was a woman who is doing Gayatri mantra, singing Gayatri mantra, and that impacted her voice. मतलब आवाज ही चली गई, okay. So that is also a wrong way. So with Vedic, Gayatri mantra is a Vedic mantra, okay. So with Vedic mantra, it's very important to follow the process and keep intentions very positive, because it work like amplification for you now. Whatever you imagine inside, the negative you imagine, it will activate. The positive you imagine, it will activate. Okay. Process is important with all the mantra, Bij mantra and Vedic mantra. Sudden death or killing someone, a human, we're supposed to face that kind of, then how to know, is it someone new experiencing facing past karma? Can we know that? See, current karma, from Prashna technique as well, we can compare. If you see in the Kundli, combinations are good, but in Prashna, combinations are coming negative. So it's because of this particular birth, we are doing something wrong. If you see in the Prashna Kundli, in the horoscope itself, you see negative combinations coming from the past, because your chart is your prarabdha of the past life. So your chart is telling you something, some problem that is coming from the past birth, okay? But if you see the contradiction, okay, the horoscope is not telling you something and you prepare a prashna and that is telling you certain negative combination. In prashna technique only kharab ban gayi and all, that shows ki past life karma the person is paying off, okay? Branch we should avoid. Is it real astrology branch? Uh, Oh, astrology, why we should avoid astrology? It's divine knowledge. All the knowledge, if grasped properly in a right way, is helpful to us. All kinds of knowledge. सब कुछ सीखना चाहिए ना. Being a human and being an intelligent human, at least we should learn whatever interest we have. Some people are like, कि, according to your chart, you should not learn astrology. That is wrong. If they are interested, they should learn. The approach should be right. Okay, approach should not be negative. Whenever the approach is negative, then only, like, we are learning astrology and we are only focusing on negative combinations. We are learned astrology and we are doing all the negative predictions to the people. It will backfire. It's clearly mentioned in the astrology classical text that you should not do negative predictions, because consciously we are weak people, okay. And if a person is coming to you, they are 100% somewhere trusting you, and you predict ki you will have an accident 1 month of, like in this particular month or after 1 week, etc. Maybe that accident may not happen, but you have given this information to the person and it have impacted their conscious negatively. Okay, so this we should not do. We should talk. If you see something negative, talk in a way of remedy. Take care of this. Start worshipping this devta. Drive slowly. This is how we communicate. Not in a way that you will be divorced, you will be dead on this particular month, or your life is short. These negative predictions are not allowed. Okay, and people earn lakhs of rupees through negative prediction. Ki, I will do this remedy, and you will be saved. They are saying, okay, there is no accident, but they will tell, ki, I have a remedy for you. There is a possibility of accident. This way of astrology is not right. So it's very with every profession, not only astrology. We need, first of all, we need to be a good human. Ki it's not a business, it's a helping tool. Okay, earning money for your livelihood is not wrong, but at least guide in a right way. That is important. Okay, people, some people are like, "Ki you are doing astrology or occult, etc. You should not charge." Why? A person who have learned, who have invested there so much time, and who is giving you time right now as well for consultation, why they cannot charge? They also, they are not, see, who should not charge? A person who is renounced the world, they should not charge. क्योंकि आपको ज्ञान मार्ग पे चलना, आपने रिनाउंस ही कर दिया, आप मटेरियल जीवन में आना ही नहीं चाहते हो, then yes, you should not take money. Rishi, Muni or Tapasvi, etc., they should not take money from people. But Brahmanical work, Brahman is also one. It's related to you go into marriage, you will have children, you will have family. Okay, you are living a life, bhutik jivan. Then it's a Brahmanical work, and also out of all the Brahmans, Mata Lakshmi have given this blessing to the Brahmans only. Okay, actually, it's Shukracharya ke pita ko Bhrigu Rishi have blessed all the people who will learn astrology. They will be blessed by Lakshmi. Other particular areas of Brahmanical work, maybe they cannot become very. They may not get the blessing of Lakshmi properly. But on the astrologers, especially, there is a blessing of Mata Lakshmi from the Bhrigu Rishi. Okay, he have given this. So there are Puranic stories to it as well. So you can charge, but approach should be right. Okay, even a doctor can charge more or less, but at least the way they are giving the medicines, it should not do the business of the body. Okay, so approach is very important with every subject, with every work we are doing. Okay, being a teacher, being a jyotish, or anything. Um, Parashar condensed form, some astrologers said that once. I'm not able to understand this. Okay, okay. So you have different opinion, Pavanji. Yeah, you can share your opinion.
नमस्कार मैडम, मेरा मानना है कि डिमांड अलग चीज है और कोई अपनी मर्जी से कुछ भी दे वो ठीक है। अब हो सकता है मैं गलत भी हूँ।
Mm-hmm. No, see, अपनी मर्जी से देना is fine. If you are born in Satyug, na, people are in our Puran, in our classical text, they have directly mentioned, if you are doing this work, this you should donate. If a Brahman is coming to your home and doing some certain things for you, this much amount of things you should give. पुराने लोग जो होते थे ना, they are very conscious about it. Even people donated lands, godan, and gold to the Brahmins. Okay, that was the
जी,
level of donation. Problem of Kalyug is, if you not charge, people will not give you anything. They will take free consultation. They will use your money. This is Kalyug. That is why only in Kalyug you will see all the pandits are charging. They are telling you, भाई इतनी तो देना ही पड़ेगा, because people
नहीं
are not like that. Okay.
मैं,
Uh-huh.
मेरा 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 मानना है कि जब आपने इष्ट पे या परमात्मा पे ही छोड़ दिया सब चीज, जय विधि
Mhm.
होए नाथ हित मोरा करो सो वेगी दास में तोरा, आप करिए जैसे करना है। एक वो
Mhm.
अप्रोच भी मुझे लगता है।
That
अ,
approach is for sannyasi, not a grahast person. You know, if you do that in Kalyug, I am telling you, nobody will give you a single penny. This is the
जी,
consciousness of Kalyug people. That is why if a Brahman is coming to you and हम वो दक्षिणा पे चलेंगे ना, everyone just want to give 500 dakshina, and they will not think कि how their livelihood will work. If a person is asking money, there should be a limitation. For a horoscope reading, we are charging lakhs of rupees, tona totka. That is wrong. Okay. But asking this is my time and this is how much I want for the time I'm giving it to you. It's all a personal choice. If you are a rich person, if you do not have any resources related issue, you want to do it for free for the Samaj Seva, then also it's a choice. And if someone is asking money, that is also fine. What is the problem with this consciousness in Kalyug कि अगर आप सामने वाले को दे दो ना this power in their hands कि whatever dakshina with 100 they are fine. You are given your 30 minutes or 1 hour, 2 hour, they will not think about it. That is why Kalyug mein you have seen all the pandits have returned down their charges for their puja part. Nahi to dakshina is actually proper, but that was the time when people were also like that. Ki they love this thing. Ki I am giving something dakshina to the pandit. Nowadays people are not like. और भगवान के भरोसे छोड़ने में दोनों ही आता है. Okay? If the God will like your way of working, then He will give you many clients. He will give you many people. And if there is no God's blessing, people will not be there. Lakshmi is already predestined. Okay?
जी जी जी.
Yes, it's more like a free will. We cannot categorize it. People charging and telling you this is my money, they are wrong. Or people who are doing it free are divine beings. No, you cannot differentiate. You do not know their life. So it all depends on person to person. But yes, there should be a limit. कि डॉक्टर को कितना चार्ज करना चाहिए, एस्ट्रोलॉजर को कितना चार्ज करना चाहिए, लॉयर को कितना चार्ज करना चाहिए. Everyone is doing their work. Okay? If there is
जी
a cost for a lawyer, for a doctor, so why not astrologer?
जी जी. फिर शायद सभी का अपना अपना कर्म है और अपना अपना प्रारब्ध भी निश्चित है उसी हिसाब से.
Exactly. कि how much people we are attracting in our life. है ना?
जी
There are very famous people. Yash is a part of destiny.
जी.
Okay? Yes.
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू.
हाँ जी. Medical astrology is a different subject. No, it's a part of astrology, but we have created certain concepts so that when the question is mainly related to diseases, how we can approach. There is a divisional chart for that. There are certain combinations for diseases, how you can check if which planet can give disease in which particular dasha, in which particular transit we can get the disease. So all these principles will be covered in the medical class. Okay, Harshit? Where I have learned from many books. Okay, and main credit I give it to Sanjay Rath sir. He have helped me a lot. His books, his videos online, etc. It's excellent. Jupiter retrograde people can give right advices if they become astrologer. It depends on the position. Okay, some Jupiter retrograde are afflicted. Some retrograde Jupiter is giving you past life knowledge. Combination Guru, what is the condition of the Jupiter? Now Mars position. Okay, guidance is related to Guru. Okay, how, like if someone is coming to you and if we are only focusing on fearing them out, etc., means our Jupiter is afflicted. If your guidance is helping another person, if your guidance is like making changes in their life, then you have good Jupiter. And in Kundali there are certain combinations. Okay, what is the placement of right Jupiter, good Jupiter, or negative Jupiter? Okay, so retrograde will not decide acha ya bura. Retrograde shows past life pending karmas. They can be good, they can be bad. Okay, so it all depends on Rashi, Nakshatra, Navmansh, Dashman shows karma. Okay, are we able to do justice with our karma or not? So what is Guru condition in the Dashmansh? Okay, yeah. So any other question? Yes, it will be uploaded on YouTube. 2 days I need to upload it. Okay, any other question? Even the Hindi recording was uploaded on YouTube already. I will share you that link as well and this link as well. Okay, so let's end this particular class. I hope you liked it. And all the people who want to join and people who have joined, the class will start from 7th of March. Okay, all the links will come in the group itself. And the people who have not joined the class, they can join it. There are 2 weeks left right now. Okay, after Holi we will start. So I will share you on the Instagram if you want to join. Okay, I hope there is no other question left. Thank you so much, Harshit. Yes, Prerna, I will check out the WhatsApp. Okay, okay. Hare Krishna, have a good day.